The following is a sports broadcast presentation of TV10 Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school volleyball, featuring the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference and the Musselman Applemen. Today's play-by-play coverage is being brought to you by
the Marius Group. Start planning for a brilliant future. The Eastern Panhandle Volleyball Club, West Virginia's leader in travel volleyball since 2001. D&D Meats at 8488 Winchester Avenue, Inwood. Anthony's Pizza. Nobody does it better. Dave Pippenbrink State Farm Insurance. Call 304-229-0029 today. Panhandle Dumpsters, because you have a choice. PanhandleDumpsters.com. Bechtel Jewelers, West Virginia's largest Pandora retailer. My Bank First United. Bank Local. And by Appalachian Heating and Air Conditioning, where quality meets comfort.
Standing by is our TV10 broadcast team. Let's head to the court and get today's pregame show and play-by-play coverage underway. The following is a sports broadcast presentation of TV10 Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school volleyball, featuring the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference and the Musselman Applemen. Today's play-by-play coverage is being brought to you by
the Marius Group. Start planning for a brilliant future. The Eastern Panhandle Volleyball Club, West Virginia's leader in travel volleyball since 2001. D&D Meats at 8488 Winchester Avenue, Inwood. Anthony's Pizza. Nobody does it better. Dave Pippenbrink State Farm Insurance. Call 304-229-0029 today. Panhandle Dumpsters, because you have a choice. PanhandleDumpsters.com. Bechtel Jewelers, West Virginia's largest Pandora retailer. My Bank First United. Bank Local. And by Appalachian Heating and Air Conditioning, where quality meets comfort.
Standing by is our TV10 broadcast team. Let's head to the court and get today's pregame show and play-by-play coverage underway.
It's a good low, flat float serve. It's another ace.
Again, back in Inwood on the campus of Musselman High School, Klein Court. It's the Musselman Athletes taking on the Jefferson Cougars. Apologize again, sound going out at the inopportune time with us going right on air for the broadcast. It seems to be back working 5-1. Musselman with the lead over the Jefferson Cougars in set 1.
Early timeout by Jefferson there, Matt. That you typically don't see that this early in the set, but they're getting a little behind on the serve with Emma Kernos. Two really good float serves that hopefully she can keep that up, but she's really got them in a corner.
All right, Phil, you and I were talking before we got on air, and while obviously JV, that stepping stone to varsity, a lot of times these games aren't nearly as competitive as the ones at the freshman level may be.
Yeah, and the reason for that is you have on each side, you'll have a lot of swing players that also play varsity. And it's not so much that they're not as competitive, but it's not as a standard lineup as what you would typically have. So depending on how much a coach would use a JV player in the varsity match, could dictate, overpass, they're going to use that. They don't want to see that. But you'll notice that the JV players that swing, what they refer to as a swing, you see a lot of overpasses here, and neither coach is going to be happy with that.
And McKernos all over the
nice
place.
Shot.
Serve through several volleys back over, and a good spike on the side of the Appleman.
Addie Miller found a good spot right there. She saw the weakness over there. In volleyball, there's always going to be a hole, and Addie did a great job of finding that hole.
Addie Miller, one of the tallest on the court right now at the JV level for the Appleman.
Good float serve. That was a great serve. Low and flat, had a great float. Now they should use this. This free ball should be used. She's going to set middle again. Goes Addie, another spot. Oop, they were there waiting for it on that time.
Good volley back and forth.
McKenboy
right
did a good job of reading that tip. Another outside attack. Found the spot. Looks like they're going to score on it. There we go.
Right now, Musselman doing a very good job of just making sure that good drop shots. Just doing a very good job of making Jefferson move back and forth across the court. Another serve upcoming.
The pressure
number 9, Emma Kernos.
The pressure from this match is really coming from the serve. So if you notice the serves, hopefully I don't jinx her, but the low flat serve is making that initial, we talked about out of rotation earlier today. That's exactly what that was. I say I've caught someone in a volleyball lineup, and it's very difficult to explain, but they have to be in a certain order, and that down ref's going to keep his eye on that.
So Kernos again with the serve, 8-1. Musselman with the lead right now here in set 1.
Nice serve, nice serve. A little lucky roll, but a nice serve.
Hey, it's sports. Sometimes you need a little luck, right?
Yeah, exactly. What you're seeing here is this pressure serve. And Musselman does this from the ground up. They're going to serve aggressively. Now, sometimes that leads to more serve errors than what other teams would have, but they are aggressive serving from the program, from the ground up. They're going to use that. Nope. Missed opportunity with that free ball. They'll regroup.
Good hit by
nice set. Good save by Addison Walker.
Again, just a nice little drop shot by number 14, Savannah.
They're going to use this. There's it. Addie Miller again, and that ball is out. That set should be a little bit closer to the net. When you set middle, you may want to get down a little bit. So your setter from Musselman right now is Kaylee Weatherholtz. But not a bad set, but you would want that a little tighter, a little bit lower.
Kalia Gruber now serving for the Cougars.
Nice pass.
Gets it over the net. Good set.
Good opposite
up
set.
To the net. Again, good block at the net. Jefferson able to keep it alive before trying to get it back across, and that they do.
They're just warming up now. They make that too easy. Ooh, I thought I saw a tip there.
Addie Miller again on the spike, but just a little too hard on that one. 9-3. Now Musselman ahead by 6 here in set 1. Again, it's Kabelia Gruber with the serve, and that one going to go out of bounds for another point for the Cougars, 9-4.
Kind of seeing these tables turn a little bit. We're getting the same action from Jefferson with the strong serves. It's putting Musselman in the corner.
Here comes Gruber with that 9-3 serve. Musselman the advantage. Good sliding dig right there for the Appleman. There's the setup near the net. Nice spike down low, and again a good volley back over the net, and that one just missed time.
Got to use
by
the overpass, and that ball plans in. So unorthodox play that we saw there where Addie missed the overpass. It's referred to as an overpass. You don't want that from a defensive side. but Addie Miller misses the overpass, but someone was aware, and I think it was Weatherholtz was aware there to dig it up, and they actually made something from it. Or an unorthodox play, but that comes from hustle.
Serve coming from McClintock.
Nice.
Again,
serve.
a low serve, just skimming the net on the way over. Coming back now the other way for the Cougars, back across the net. Libero now with it. Good set by the Appleman. And a good back and forth volley right now. That was that one way over the top off the right hand of Sydney Kaderi for Jefferson. 11-4 now. The Appleman have the advantage here in set one. Again, JV action going on for you right here at Klein Court in Inwood. The varsity game going to take place about 20 minutes after the first one. Again, nice hard hit back over Libero now with it for Jefferson. Spike opportunity at the net, actually just a little drop shot.
Nice.
Now the Appleman to set it up. Right now doing very good job on both ends. Good
nice
block down by the net. Addie Miller, good block at the net. 12-4 now Musselman. McClintock now with it again. She'll serve it away for Musselman. This one a little bit higher, and it's going to go out of bounds.
Now, like we said before, Musselman is a very aggressive serving program, so you will typically see serve errors just because of the aggressiveness in which they serve. Hannah Lee entering the game right now as a defensive specialist coming in for Weatherholtz.
And going to get our first substitution of the game so far. And again, it is Hannah Lee coming in for Savannah McClintock. Jefferson with the serve, down 12-5. Good set here. Nice spike going back, but in perfect position is Jefferson. Attempted a volley over by number 12. That's Chelsea Burke, but hitting the net, not able to get it over. 13-5. Now the lead for Musselman here in set one.
All that was led up to by the aggressive swing by Addison Walker, where that pass was actually an overpass, where it was too tight to the net for the setter to be able to get a set on it.
Addie Miller with the serve. Now here comes the counter for Musselman. A good placement by number 7. That is Sydney Kaderi, getting Jefferson their 6th point of this ball game. 13-6. Musselman still ahead here in set one.
Jillian Britton back to serve for Jefferson now.
The libero for the Cougars, wearing that white jersey. White jersey for the libero on the side of the Appleman as well. Good job just getting it over the net by Kaylee Weatherholtz. Now coming back for nice pass by Hannah Lee. Again, Weatherholtz with the set. Spike down, and that's going to get over. Good location for number 21, Riley Franklin.
Gabby Money entering the game now.
And with a last name like Money, you got to be able to come through in the clutch, right?
She's Money. She's been in this program for quite a while. So you'll definitely see some power come from Gabby here in a minute, I'm sure.
A serve from Weatherholtz gets over. Now with the offensive attack for Jefferson.
That's a sequence right there that I'm sure those coaches over there are cringing a little bit. You got a good pass. They want those setters or whoever it may be that sets the ball to use their hand. You typically get more control when you use your hand. And that bump set led to what's referred to as a down ball, where she just stands flat-footed and swings, and that's rarely successful.
It was Gruber with that misplay off the right hand into the net for Jefferson.
That'll be fine. Right there's good.
Some adjustments for some of our so-called officials. Here comes a serve for Weatherholtz, again getting over. High bump for Jefferson, set-up opportunity here. Good block at the net. An equally good save on the side of Musselman. Set opportunity for Jefferson. Another good block. Back-to-back good blocks.
Good block
by Riley Franklin.
Now what you want on the attacking side over there is that set to be a little bit lower. That's too easy to read. It's too easy for the defense to adjust when it's that high in the air, and that's why Riley was there able to stop it.
Another good serve by Weatherholtz, and that one going to drop in. 17-6. Now the lead for Musselman. Looks like we're going to get our first sub for Jefferson. Looks like coming in will be number 10, and that is going to be Amber Chapman. And she will come in for Gruber. Weatherholtz now with the serve.
It's a nice serve.
Now they're going to good dig on the outside, but that was going to fall out of bounds. It was a great dig by number 13, Abigail Stobbs. Just not able to locate it the way she wanted to. 18-6 here in set one. Again, we're at Klein Court, the JV game of this doubleheader. Weatherholt's now with it. Another great serve by Weatherholt.
That overpass, they're going to make them pay for that.
Now Jefferson able to set it up. That one's spiked and it's going out of bounds.
It's an unforced error that any coach is going to, they're going to show that on film at some point or talk about it. That was an easy ball to pass that and hit.
And Hannah Shanley just a little too strong with that one. Weatherholt's not with it as that one barely able to be kept in front of the referee tower. And you talk about those overplaying, and that one off the deflection is going to go to the Appleman.
Yeah, and although Musselman scored off that, I'm sure Coach Allen over here is not pleased with the overpass. There's a bit of luck involved with that overpass landing.
26, Weatherholt's with the serve, and it's going to be an ace for Weatherholt's.
They're really having their way in serve receive today.
First ace of this set so far on either side. Gets Musselman within 4 points of ending set one with a victory. Weatherholt's with the serve again, good location. Jefferson again, a little too strong on the pass, but a good save, as that one would have dropped in 4.
Nice swing, nice recovery. You get another swing here. Oh, she needs to jump up and hit that.
Good net play so far as a spike opportunity. And that one's going to go out again. Just a little too strong off of Hannah Shanley. We've seen that the last couple of times. They tried to spike one in, just putting a little too much elevation on it. 22-6 Musselman. Weatherholt's with it as that
finally missed one.
Going to miss one off the middle of the net. 22-7. Coming back in, or another substitution, make that Elia Scheffler coming in now for Jefferson. And she'll be the one tasked with the serve here. Down 22-7, set one. Here comes the serve from Scheffler. That one going to get over.
That's a nice pass by Addison Walker. That should be used. She's going to tack that. Nice shot. That's exactly what they want to see right there.
And a lot of speed coming off the return there by Britton. Britton, the libero for Jefferson, is
Diana Rutherford entering the game. Looks like she's going to be playing outside, it appears. Outside hitter, which would be left side. So we'll smoke on that. It's a great pass.
Addison Walker on the serve there. It's a little drop shot, able to get in. Good dig.
She got caught in front of the net.
Diana Rutherford, a good dig until sliding just a bit underneath that net. 23-8. So Jefferson getting a couple of quick points after it was an amazing run for Musselman. It seemed like they were stuck on 6 points while Musselman just tallying 1 point after another.
Nice serve by Burke.
That one just a little mistimed again by Rutherford. Not getting the right position, getting some coaching instructions from the bench. There's that one going back in the back wall. 23-9. On the serve now for Jefferson. Chelsea Burke. Here comes that serve. Good dig.
Overpass. They're going to make them pay for that.
All right, so for those who may not be volleyball experts, when you say the word overpass, a lot of people, you're going, wow, that's an impressive dig just to be able to get to that ball. Wouldn't you rather have that than drop it in for an ace?
You would rather have that than drop it in for an ace, but that's also a nice shot. That's a touch. Nice shot.
Yeah, good deflection. Went off the hand of number 14, Hannah Shanley, and a good spike down by Diana Rutherford.
You would rather have that than an ace, but the problem is an overpass is typically just over the net, and what the result you normally see is one of two things. You'll see their front row jump up and really punish, make them pay for the overpass, or you give them a really easy ball, one that's easy to pass, easy to set, and easy to kill. Now, we're not seeing a lot of that right here. This is one right here. That's an easy ball. Easy pass, easy set, and should be an easy kill.
Haven't seen that kill yet. A good job on both sides, just keeping the ball airborne.
There's another one.
Another good set opportunity. It's going to
really
go over. And that one going to drop in. 24-11. Musselman just one away from taking set one here at Klein Court. Again, game one of the doubleheaders each Tuesday night for you up until the end of August. Following Musselman at home and on the road.
Another overpass. See how easy that is to pass. They didn't exactly get what they wanted from that, but a good team would really make them pay for that.
There's the set. See if this can be the dagger. Just trying to play it in. Is that one not the best set? As it going out of bounds, attempting to go out of bounds and get it was Gabby Money, but she's not able to keep it back in the field of play going into the stance on the far side from our broadcast position right now.
There we go. There's a good pass. There's the set. That should do it.
That's going to do it. 25-12 will be the end of set 1 here between Jefferson and Musselman. Let's go ahead and take a 1-minute break. And when we come back, we will have set 2. And again, set you up a little bit more, missing the pregame show with some technical issues. But we will have set 2, and we'll set you up for what the rest of our night looks like coming up next. Again, set 1 going the way of the Applemen. They lead here in the match 1-0. We'll be back with more West Virginia High School volleyball next.
My longtime client, Mark, asked me to help his daughter. Abby took a job in Chicago and wanted financial advice. We talked about her goals and set up a saving strategy so she can enjoy life now and start planning for tomorrow. I'm looking forward to working with Abby and helping her reach her goals, like I've been doing with her dad for years. With the right financial advisor, life can be brilliant. Ameriprise Financial.
The EPAN Travel Volleyball Club would like to wish the local high school volleyball teams good luck with their 2019 season. We look forward to seeing all players ages 12U through 17U at our 2020 tryouts in November. The EPAN Volleyball Club has been West Virginia's leader in travel volleyball since 2001. The EPAN Volleyball Club is affiliated with the Chesapeake Region Volleyball Association and AAU USA Volleyball. Tryouts are usually held at Musselman High School. To register, email epan2@gmail.com or go to www.epanvbc.com.
Back into Klein Court on the campus of Musselman High School. It's the Jefferson Cougars in town for a doubleheader. JV, one set in the books, and it was Musselman getting the win 25-12. Set 2 about a minute and a half away. The varsity game, they scheduled 7:30 start time, but it'll start 20 minutes after the conclusion of this, whenever that may be. Matt Crawford here with you. Phil McCoy to my right. John Alderton running our main camera. Our producer / cameraman on location is Eric Sterick, and a big thanks to Caleb Falero, our studio engineer. Well, Phil, what did you see in that first set? Obviously, you mentioned throughout that Musselman having their way off of these serves. What else stood out to you in that first set?
When Jefferson had the opportunity, when they were given a free ball or an easy ball to pass, they didn't always take advantage of that. Whether it fell apart at the pass, the set, or the attack was out of bounds, either deep or off to the right or left. So not taking advantage of the easy ones that Musselman allowed for. While on the other hand, Musselman, for the most part, did take advantage of their easy balls or free balls. So we'll see if that changes any right here. But you absolutely, in order to beat a good team, when they give you the opportunity, it's like a free throw in basketball. If you get an opportunity to take something easy, you have to take advantage of it. Otherwise, it's going to come back to bite you. And we saw too much of that on Jefferson's side where they did not take advantage of the easy passes.
Both teams have switched sides, and it looks like we're about to get ready for action. Jefferson now right in front of us, while in the caddy corner, if you will, diagonal, will be Musselman. Musselman in the green, Jefferson in the maroon, for those not familiar with team colors around the area. Getting it started, serving off will be McAvoy.
Had a good start before. Yep, there's another one.
Another good start, just coming right off that right form. Looks like it hit the right form just a bit early off of number 6, the libero, Jillian Brenton for Jefferson, and Musselman takes the early 1-0 lead in set 2.
Now these are jump floats that Musselman is focused on, and the idea is for it to be low and flat and to somewhat float, and as it's coming at you, as we just saw.
So you got to make that catch. Come on, you got to make that catch on TV.
I'm a lineman. But as it's coming at a passer, it's hard to see from the side, but as it's coming from the passer, it looks a lot like a knuckleball would to a batter. It's moving around on him a little bit.
Seeing the 2 points
there
early.
We go. There she got one.
They're similar, and that's a good job.
She needs to use her hands.
That one's going to get right back in. Going to go to Jefferson. That one, the back line of Musselman playing a little further up, and that ball able to sneak in behind. 2-1. Musselman getting there, or Jefferson rather, getting their first point of this set. And we'll get their first serve of this set as well. Looks like it's going to be number 12, Chelsea Burke.
Chelsea's a good player. She played for me in rec league for a while. Know her family well.
Here comes the first serve
from Burke. It's a good pass. That's a good set. Let's take advantage of it. And there we go. Out. Good eye.
Just a little too strong. And this one knotted up at too early. That's something Jefferson needs to take advantage of, and take advantage of the mistakes made early in sets. Try to get some early points here.
It's another good serve.
Just barely able to keep that one in and getting it over quickly.
They survive that.
And Walker doing a good job just getting that over from about halfway back. Another good dive.
It's a nice swing. That ball may have been out, but it's difficult to see that. As a defensive player and you've got something coming at you fairly fast, you've got to make a decision and go with it.
And I think that's what Scheffler is getting instruction from the bench now for Jefferson, is just kind of stuck the hands up and wasn't the best form to try to get that one back over. As Musselman regains the lead 3-2. Setting to serve now will be Emma Kernis for Musselman. Here it comes, nice another low serve, just barely getting over the net, but it does, and now Jefferson.
See the kind of position it puts the receiving team in when you don't get a great pass from the serve.
Good spike opportunity. I believe that one was deflected, but no, they're going to call it.
No touch.
No touch. Thought that one changed direction, coming right over the net. But a good play by Jefferson, and just not quite able to get it down low enough for Musselman. 3 threes were knotted up here in set 2.
By Caleb Babington.
Here comes
nice
Babington
serve.
on the break-even serve.
Nice pass.
And a good setup, spike opportunity. It's just a flare now that just gets over. And Jefferson will have an opportunity to set it back up, and a good spike opportunity. That one will just get in. And Jefferson going to take the lead 4-3, the first lead they've had in any of the sets so far today.
Well, it looked to me on Musselman's side that Addison was a little late on her approach. She wasn't quite ready for the set. And I don't know if it's her thought was they were going to set somewhere else or what, but she seemed surprised about the set.
And Phil, it seemed early in this second set that Musselman's back line's playing a little closer to the net, and it's cost him twice here. Spike opportunity again, another flare, and Jefferson able to set up the offense they want again.
He's got a swing on it. Good pass by Addison Walker. Nice tip.
Drop shot on the spot. Tip over number 8, Addie Miller. She's tried that drop shot a couple of times, and that one located just where she wanted to, out of the reach of any Cougars. We're knotted up at 4.
That's going to be the responsibility in that case. That would either be, depending on how they're defending, that would be the responsibility of the front row opposite, or the back row, which if they're running a 6-2 would be the setter to cover those tips. But it's a difficult one to cover. If the middle sees it, it takes advantage of it. It's a nice pass.
That sub coming in was Hannah Lee. She was with the serve.
Nice swing. Good block. Nice block by Musselman.
All right, the whistle blown there before the ball got to the ground. Was that net interference?
No, it's 4 touches, actually.
Okay.
So his call was 4 touches. Of course, you're only allowed 3. Nice serve.
And Lee again with that serve.
Kind of puts them behind the 8 ball, so we're sending a free ball. They should take advantage of this. It's a good pass. It's a good set. She's going to swing. And they took advantage of it.
Yeah, that one going over. A good spike by Addison Walker. Getting it over the net, and nothing Jefferson can do about it. Just trying to get a hand on it. It's what they did, but couldn't quite get it the direction they wanted, going out towards their bench. And Musselman has a 6-4 advantage here in set 2.
That all kind of starts with the original serve, where Jefferson couldn't get a good swing on it. Therefore, it made it too easy for Musselman. There we go again.
Yet another good spike by Addison Walker. Nothing Jefferson can do about it other than try to get a set of forearms or a hand on it, and they can't do it. 7-4 Musselman now with the advantage here in set 2.
They're going to try to make hay while they've got this rotation, and with Addie Miller and Addison Walker on the front row, they can really do some damage. Another good serve.
That one going up and almost was a good shot on the basketball hoop that is up and almost facing the ceiling. The way that one was rotating, almost went off the backboard and in, but that's going to fall in for a point for Musselman. 8-4 their advantage now.
5-point run here, I believe.
And out it up at 4.
And great serve.
Good ace on that back line, Hannah Lee. First ace of this set, second of the match so far.
Got a timeout by Jefferson. Early timeout yet again. Try to stop the bleeding.
Another early timeout, a 1-minute timeout here. Let's go ahead and take a 30-second break back at the studio. 9-4 here in set 2. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball.
As a mom, when I'm making dinner for my family, I want the best and healthiest food for them. That's why I get my meats from D&D Meats. Their meats are fresh, locally sourced, and hormone-free, chemical-free, and antibiotic-free. D&D Meats is also family-owned, so I know when I go in with a special request for my large family events that I'm going to get treated just like family. D&D Meats, located across from Musselman High School at 8488 Winchester Avenue, Inwood. What are you feeding your family tonight?
Welcome back into Klein Court. 20 seconds left in this timeout taken by Jefferson. A 5-0 run.
6-0 actually.
6-0.
Yep,
It
it
was
was
4-3
3-4. I
at
remember
one
you saying,
point.
yeah,
6-0 run now for Musselman. 9-4 their advantage. And then back-to-back sets where Jefferson's had to take an early timeout just to kind of keep Musselman from taking this one away too quick. Good serve and
another ace.
Another ace. Back-to-back aces, and Jillian Britton just not able to get that one. She's struggled the last couple of serves over, and she'll take a seat on the bench.
Michaela Babington coming in trying to stop the bleeding.
Here comes Lee with that serve. A good opportunity now for Jefferson. A good,
another
set.
Another free ball, so they should take advantage of that, and they will.
Strike down at the net again. It's Addie Miller, and she is wreaking havoc on that front line. 11-4, the Musselman advantage.
See, all that started out, even though it wasn't an ace, all that started with the serve. The serve caused a bad pass, which in turn led to a free ball, which in turn made it way too easy for an experienced JV team that Musselman has.
Lee with the serve. That one's
there it is again. Madison's going to put that down.
Good setup now for Jefferson.
Another free ball.
Opportunity.
There we go again.
Set. Thought it was going to go to Miller.
Shot. There it is.
Spiked and in on that backside. Number 5, number 5, Addison Walker.
9-point run by and large due to led to the balls are just too easy coming across the net from Jefferson. It makes it too easy for an experienced team. And you're seeing Musselman rolling right now where they're at.
Lee again with the serve.
Nice serve. They're going to use that. It's too easy. It's an overpass. It's a good set. Addison's going to take it. Oh, good dig.
Yeah, good dig on the side of the Cougars for Scheffler.
Too easy again. You got to take advantage of that pass.
Now, perfect set opportunity. Good spike, and again, it's Scheffler keeping it in the air. And that one just couldn't do anything with it.
Ill-advised move.
13-4 Musselman. Taking the advantage, and substitution coming in. It's going to be Hannah Shanley coming in for Amanda Lilly.
A lot of pressure on these back row passers right now.
Lee in a groove right now, serving, gets that one over again. Now a tough over, and Jefferson's able to get it over the net, set it up perfectly.
Ball, another swing. Oh, she missed it.
Yeah, just a bit of a swing and a miss by Addison Walker as that one. Not even sure hit the net that much. Really went underneath, just mistimed that hit.
No, I think they were trying to run, it looked to me like a little bit of miscommunication where the outside may have called a go set, which is a quicker set. So Addison left a little bit early, and maybe the go didn't exactly come.
Jefferson will take it as that
good pass.
Tough run is over now for Musselman.
So Jefferson's not using their easy balls.
Good spike opportunity, the good block by a couple of Cougars at the net. Now this is, I think, close to the best volley we've seen, but a double hit on the side of Jefferson. Chelsea Burke into the top of the net, came right back to her, and just by reflex, going to get that double hit, and would have been a point regardless. Nobody in the area. 14-5 now, Musselman with the advantage.
Weatherholt's going to enter the game for Musselman.
Weatherholt's back in for number 5.
That's Savannah McClintock in for Musselman. My apologies.
In for Addison Walker. Here's a serve, and that's an ace from the back line. 15-5, a 10-point advantage now for Musselman.
Right now, I think the biggest difference of what we're seeing is, and make no mistake, these kids from Musselman, a lot of these girls have played together for a long time. They play together in travel. They can kind of speak without speaking to each other. And we're seeing the communication and taking advantage of these easy balls. Let's see, hopefully I didn't jinx it, but it was a good pass, good set. Another hit, and there it is. They're taking advantage of the easy balls, and we're not seeing Jefferson do the same thing. When Musselman does give them an easy one, gives them an opportunity, their retaliation is another free ball, and eventually Musselman's going to make you pay for that.
Yeah, Riley Frank on that front line. set up like she was going to try to spike it down and ended up just powering it back to the back line. I'm not sure Jefferson was expecting that one.
Nice serve.
Miller coming in with the ace from the back line, 2 out of 3. Now when her 3 serves have been aces. And Musselman running away with this one, 17-5 in set 2, and we'll get a substitution coming in for Jefferson, number 5, a Gruber coming back in.
Coach, number 11, move up the step.
Getting some adjustments by the referee here as some players out of position for Jefferson. Everybody good now, and here comes that set for Miller.
Oh, good hustle. And Musselman's going to use this. They're going to use that. Setter's out, so we're going to get a set from someone else. They weren't prepared.
Thanks to some miscommunication, and Musselman catching a break right there. I think that one was going out and saved.
Nice set, nice save.
Right at the net, trying to block it and spike it right back down was Riley Franklin. Just could not get it back over the net. Ended up spiking right back down at her feet. 17-6 as Jefferson stops bleeding here momentarily.
Nice pass by Hannah Lee. Nice set.
Good drop shot. She
went under the net. So what she called there is you're not allowed an entire foot. Now, there's always a lot of debate about this rule because sometimes it's not called. If it doesn't interfere with the play, a lot of refs won't call that, but her foot has crossed that center line. She wasn't in the net, but the foot crossed the center line as she went to attack the ball when she landed. Nice back row swing by Hannah Lee. Put pressure, which led to that down ball, which is too easy. You cannot give those down balls and free balls to a team like Musselman because they will make you pay.
High arcing set, and here's a second one going back over with it is Shanley, and she does get it over. Now it's going to be a tough set, but definitely playable for Musselman is that one. Again, a good volley so far back and forth. Get the 17-7 score.
We talked about the overpasses, the problem with the overpasses. We saw that from Riley Franklin right there, where she had an overpass by mistake. It wasn't meant to happen. And looks like number 12, I believe it was. No, it wasn't number 12, it was number 14.
Hannah Shanley.
Hannah Shanley jumped up and made them pay for it.
Good diving effort to keep that one from dropping for a point for Jefferson as Franklin on the net. Able to spike that one back down.
I'm going to go back to what I said a little bit ago where Jefferson's not taking advantage of the easy balls. While that was a spectacular play by Mika McEnvoy, it was an easy ball for Jefferson that they should have taken advantage of, but they didn't.
Weatherholtz now on the serve for Musselman, 18-8. Their advantage over Jefferson here in set 2, so took set 1, 25-12.
Nice serve by Weatherholtz.
Set and the big attempt by number 6, Jillian Brinton, or make that number 5 actually. And Gruber on that back line, and just not able to get that level and get it back up and give Jefferson an opportunity to send it back over. It'll be Weatherholtz again on the serve.
Another nice serve. It's a nice pass. Let's use this and get a set, get an attack, and put something on it. See, they made a difficult pass. So they had, while it wasn't the most powerful hit I've ever seen, it was a good pass, a good set, and they got a swing on the ball, which makes it more difficult on the opposing team to retaliate. That's exactly what we saw there.
And Hannah Shanley doing a very good job on that front line for Jefferson. She'll have the serve now, gets it over.
It's too easy. Too easy for a team like Musselman.
Good opportunity for Franklin as attempts to spike.
There you go.
Good job defensively as spiked right back into the net off of Gruber. That'll get Jefferson to send that serve back across the net. Musselman takes the 20-9 lead.
Sierra Brand entering the game right now. Sierra's got a lot of experience with this game. She's playing a little different position tonight, I'll note. She's typically a back row player, but they've discovered quite the little swing on Sierra, so they're giving her an opportunity up front.
Served by McClintock, gets it over. Good setup opportunity.
She's a hit that. That's just too easy.
That one going to go way too far out. Yavy Money getting a little too much air underneath that one. Get a substitution here. Is entering the game is Scheffler. Elias Scheffler coming back in for Sydney Kaderi. It'll be Scheffler with the serve. Just gets it over the net.
Nice
but a good opportunity here for Musselman.
It'll be a tip. Good awareness by Sierra.
And Sierra Brand making her presence felt early since coming in the ball game. Good drop shot, just staying in bounds. Good deflection opportunity for Jefferson. but just not able to get it back over the net. 21-10 Musselman with the advantage.
A lot of experienced teams would see that. That set was a little tight to the net, which left Sierra with no choice but to tip the ball, and which is exactly what she did. She found an open spot. Nice swing. Nice swing.
Hierarchy set a little bit of a back set as it's going to the back line. Good dig.
Good, Abby. Jefferson getting a little aggressive right now. Maybe a little too late, but they're getting aggressive now. Good to see that.
Good spike by Addie Miller, getting it back over now. Good setup opportunity is that.
There we go.
Both teams getting aggressive with their spikes on the net.
Let's see if Jefferson can use this.
Good opportunity here. Set opportunity, spike at the net. And that one, a good deflection at the net by Addie Miller.
Nice up by Sierra Brandon. Talked about how she was a back row passer. You can kind of see her skills right there.
McAvoy getting it back over, and Jefferson trying to win this battle right now, and that one's going to go too far off the right arm of Gruber. But a good battle. Probably the best battle I think we've seen so far in this match.
War of attrition there.
22-10 in this game. Looks like it's going to end in a similar fashion as the set one. Good set opportunity, just had to get it over the net on that third hit.
Nice set.
Good setup opportunity, spiked right into the net off of Rutherford.
Here's the last two possessions where the attacker for Musselman and one for Jefferson didn't leave their feet. You oftentimes see when they stand flat-footed and try to swing at the ball, it's either in the net or out of bounds because they're not able, they don't have the ability to get on top of the ball and hit down.
Michaela Primo coming in now.
Nice serve by Chelsea Burke.
Good set here is
nice swing, nice step close.
Sierra Brand with it. The point for Musselman, 23-11.
That's kind of how you make something out of nothing. You know, that pass was an idea, the set was an idea, but she took her big step, close step, and got to the ball.
Kurnos coming in for Diana Rutherford. Saw Kurnos in that first set. Coming back in is Musselman just 2 points away from taking set two.
Another ace. So we got match point here.
24-11 in this one. Again, looking like it's going to end very similar to set one. Set one, 25-12. Right now, Musselman ahead 24-11. On the service, Kurnos. That one's going to hit the net. 24-12 as Jefferson will see if they can start a valiant comeback effort. Leading that with the serve will be Michaela Babington.
No pressure, Michaela.
None at all, just 14 consecutive points here. Here comes that serve from Babington. Does get over the net. And a good setup opportunity for Musselman. Just got to get over the net here on third.
Oh, overpass, they're going to pay for that.
Good net play on both ends. Neither team could get it down quite quick enough.
Nice set.
Sierra Brand with it too far as it goes out the back.
Looks like she was somewhat flat-footed. Oh, called a touch. I didn't see that.
Deflection at the net, so that'll be the final score, and it's deja vu all over again, 25-12. Musselman takes set two. It was 25-12 in set one as well, and it'll be a win for Musselman. As it looks like the varsity squad's making their way over to the bench, it'll be Musselman getting the win in this match. 2-0 back-to-back 25-12 sets. Let's go ahead and take a 2-minute break, then we'll come back and recap this JV game, then take a longer break, and then come back and set you up for the varsity action that is set to take place here in 20 minutes. Again, it's Musselman getting the win over Jefferson 2-0 in the JV match. We'll recap and set up the varsity match next. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10.
At Anthony's Pizza Inwood location, nobody does it better. We make our own dough and we bake it fresh twice daily. That's freshly baked twice a day to make sure your pizza always tastes great. Take advantage of our Anthony's Pizza special offer. Get 2 large one-topping pizzas, just $17.99. And when you buy 3 12-inch subs, the 4th one's on us. For the best in freshly made pizzas, subs, calzones, stromboli, lasagna, and more, it's got to be Anthony's Pizza, 372 Middleway Pike in Inwood. Call 229-7373 for delivery. Anthony'sMenu.com. Let's talk trash, because when it comes to trash, you have options. Panhandle Dumpsters is a local family-owned garbage hauling company serving both residential and commercial customers with weekly trash pickup, dumpster service, yard waste pickup, and bulk pickups too. Panhandle Dumpsters will give you a free trash can and provide curbside service for just $23 a month. Panhandle Dumpsters features a fleet of quieter, eco-friendly garbage trucks, thereby reducing the noise usually associated with pickup. Switch now and save up to 30%. Call 833-DUMP-STR, panhandledumpsters.com.
He is the most interesting jeweler in the world. Celebrities ask for his autograph. When buying diamonds, experts ask him what they're worth. He once counted to infinity twice. He has his own astrological sign.
I may not sell every customer that comes into Bechtel Jewelers, but on the rare occasions when I don't, they often wish I had. Stay brilliant, my friends.
Here's to the people who put in the long hours, the ones who drive this community, take risks, create opportunities, sacrifice, volunteer, and stick with it every day. The ones who give their best for their business, their family, their community, their future. We love community business owners because we're a community-owned bank, and we're proud to be with you in business and in life. First United Bank and Trust, my bank.
Welcome back into Klein Court on the campus of Musselman High School. The JV match is over. It was back-to-back 25-12 sets for Musselman, getting the win over visiting Jefferson. Still waiting on that 20-minute clock to start here for the varsity game before it becomes official that this is warm-up time. Again, going to start a little bit earlier than what it may say on your schedules. Our official pregame show will start here in about 10 minutes for the varsity action. Varsity action scheduled at 7:30, but going to probably be more like 7 o'clock to 7:10 here in Wood. Same two teams, Jefferson facing the Musselman Appleman. Well, Phil, what did you see in that JV game? Obviously, it was not real competitive. You saw who the more dominant team was, but let's start with Jefferson. What did you see with them? I thought you saw a lot of resilience at certain times where they could have just folded and gone, you know what, this isn't going to be our day, but I thought they did a very good job of coming back in certain times and showing, hey, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, they showed a lot of effort. The biggest issues for them to overcome would be, in my eyes anyway, they didn't take advantage of the opportunities that Musselman did give them. There were opportunities there to be had, and that coming off of free balls or easy balls, and those should be, if you're going to beat a good team, you absolutely cannot allow opportunities like that to go by. And on the other side, by and large, if Musselman got an easy ball, they took advantage of it. They got a good pass, a good set, and a good attack for the most part. And at some point, we started to see that fall apart on Jefferson's side, whether it was from the pass, which often it was, from the pass or from the set, and just too many easy balls for Musselman to take advantage of. And they've got way too much experience at JV level, freshman level, and varsity level to give them those. You did mention, however, that for certain players, JV, it doesn't automatically, like in a lot of sports, equal you making that step up to varsity with just how dominant this program is. Yeah, it's not an automatic. You will see the ones that stick with it typically will find their way there at some point. But as of right now, if you look at on the court right now for Musselman, I can't see the numbers for Jefferson, but you'll notice that there's at least 3 players that we just saw on the court for JV, and they're also swing players for varsity. And given an opportunity, they'll get to play some varsity time tonight as well. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean, a lot of times you'll see eventually if they can't make varsity, they'll just kind of wash out and move on to something else. But it's a difficult program with the success they've had and the players that they just keep swimming through. I mean, they're layered in, and as they keep coming through, it's difficult to make that lineup. JV matchup that we'll have next will be next Tuesday right back here. It is when Martinsburg comes to town. Obviously a matchup within the county and one of the bigger arrivals for this Musselman team. Apparently Martinsburg not having the best year this year, but still a rivalry game between them, Hedgesville, and Musselman, just the 3 teams you're going to want to watch out for in the Eastern Panhandle. So our pregame for that will start at about 5:50 to 5:55. Action underway at 6 o'clock. Again, in the JV game, it was a 2-0 win in the match for Musselman. Back-to-back 25-12 sets for them to get the win. Matt Crawford here with you. Phil McCoy. We're not going anywhere. We're going to take a 5-minute break. So back at the studio, Caleb, a 5-minute break, and then we'll come back and set up the varsity matchup between the Cougars and the Applemen. That coming up next. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10.
If you're a hard-working man or woman, you want to get the best selection and value that you possibly can.
Hardworking folks know Appalachian Heating and Air Conditioning is the best way to get the service you need if you have a heating or cooling problem. They'll beat any written price. Offer 24-hour service with free estimates and affordable financing. 24 hours a day, call Appalachian Heating and Air Conditioning, where quality meets comfort, at 304-260-5644.
If you hang the WVU Medicine sign, certainly has helped take us to another level.
Evolving what we try to do as physicians and as a health system and organization is the mission of WVU Medicine, and it's an exciting mission to be a part of.
With the knowledge and the years of practice that they've put into this institution, they know a lot. They can help you, and they've helped me a lot.
Having people treated locally enhances their overall care.
Hi, this is Eric from Hagerstown Ford. I keep telling you that Hagerstown Ford has completely changed the car buying experience forever. And with a return policy easier than Walmart, Hagerstown Ford has a goal to deliver 350 cars and trucks per month. And when I say deliver, I mean deliver to you, where you are, just like Amazon does. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. The only way Hagerstown Ford can accomplish this extremely aggressive goal is to make the car buying process fast and easy. We simply refuse to play the dumb back and forth games that most dealerships want to play. There's absolutely no reason for you to waste your precious time at a car dealership. I assure you, there is no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. that can beat our price. There's no dealership that will allow you to return your new car if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely has the best price, and we'll bring the car to you. And if you don't want it, return it, period. No questions asked. There's no reason to buy anywhere else. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience and get your new ride delivered to you.
Contact dealer for details.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
My longtime client Mark asked me to help his daughter. Abby took a job in Chicago and wanted financial advice. We talked about her goals and set up a savings strategy so she can enjoy life now and start planning for tomorrow. I'm looking forward to working with Abby and helping her reach her goals, like I've been doing with her dad for years. With the right financial advisor, life can be brilliant. Ameriprise Financial.
The EPAN Travel Volleyball Club would like to wish the local high school volleyball teams good luck with their 2019 season. We look forward to seeing all players ages 12U through 17U at our 2020 tryouts in November. The EPAN Volleyball Club has been West Virginia's leader in travel volleyball since 2001. The EPAN Volleyball Club is affiliated with the Chesapeake Region Volleyball Association and AAU USA Volleyball. Tryouts are usually held at Musselman High School. To register, email epan2@gmail.com or go to www.epanvbc.com.
As a mom, when I'm making dinner for my family, I want the best and healthiest food for them. That's why I get my meats from D&D Meats. Their meats are fresh, locally sourced, and hormone-free, chemical-free, and antibiotic-free. D&D Meats is also family-owned, so I know when I go in with a special request for my large family events that I'm going to get treated just like family. D&D Meats, located across from Musselman High School at 8488 Winchester Avenue, Inwood. What are you feeding your family tonight?
At Anthony's Pizza Inwood location, nobody does it better. We make our own dough and we bake it fresh twice daily. That's freshly baked twice a day to make sure your pizza always tastes great. Take advantage of our Anthony's Pizza special offer. Get 2 large one-topping pizzas, just $17.99. And when you buy 3 12-inch subs, the 4th one's on us. For the best in freshly made pizzas, subs, calzones, stromboli, lasagna, and more, it's got to be Anthony's Pizza, 372 Middleway Pike in Inwood. Call 229-7373 for delivery. Anthony'sMenu.com. Let's talk trash, because when it comes to trash, you have options. Panhandle Dumpsters is a local family-owned garbage hauling company serving both residential and commercial customers with weekly trash pickup, dumpster service, yard waste pickup, and bulk pickups too. Panhandle Dumpsters will give you a free trash can and provide curbside service for just $23 a month. Panhandle Dumpsters features a fleet of quieter, eco-friendly garbage trucks, thereby reducing the noise usually associated with pickup. Switch now and save up to 30%. Call 833-DUMP-STR, panhandledumpsters.com.
The following is a sports broadcast presentation of TV10 Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school volleyball, featuring the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference and the Musselman Applemen. Today's play-by-play coverage is being brought to you by
the Marius Group. Start planning for a brilliant future. The Eastern Panhandle Volleyball Club, West Virginia's leader in travel volleyball since 2001. D&D Meats at 8488 Winchester Avenue, Inwood. Anthony's Pizza. Nobody does it better. Dave Pippenbrink State Farm Insurance. Call 304-229-0029 today. Panhandle Dumpsters, because you have a choice. PanhandleDumpsters.com. Bechtel Jewelers, West Virginia's largest Pandora retailer. My Bank First United. Bank Local. And by Appalachian Heating and Air Conditioning, where quality meets comfort.
Standing by is our TV10 broadcast team. Let's head to the court and get today's pregame show and play-by-play coverage underway.
Camera at the net, and here running and producing and running camera is Eric Sterick. Back at the studio is Caleb Falero. Well, the JV game wrapped up about 10 minutes ago, and it was the junior varsity of Musselman getting the match win 2-0, back-to-back 25-12 sets, getting them the victory. And now we set up for this varsity matchup. And Phil, for this Musselman team, they come in at 6-4, but that record may not indicate just how good this team is and the quality of opponents they played so far this year.
No, they every year they like to travel. They'll travel, and they just come back from a tournament of champions. I believe it was at Virginia Beach. I didn't get to go, but where they're playing nothing but top-level championship teams, and that's a method Coach March has used for quite some time. Early in the season, they're out of system games, I guess you would call it. The out of area games are all against top-notch level teams, so they will take some losses, but they'll also learn a lot about themselves and what their capabilities are and what they need to work on during that. So no, you're exactly right. 6-4 is not indicative of the type of team that they've got here. Those 4 losses have come to all state championship teams.
Well, when we look at this Jefferson Cougar team, they come in with a 500 record, not the tournaments played that this Musselman team has. So you're talking about two teams that, while they're at the same point of the season in the schedule, number of game-wise, I think this Jefferson team is still probably getting into the groove of things, whereas I don't think it's the same way for Musselman.
No, they've been playing quite a bit, and especially with these tournaments where it's all-day volleyball. And it mimics, if you're familiar with travel volleyball, it kind of mimics that, where they're going and they're playing all day long. And so they get a lot of benefit out of that. But Hedgesville, in their own right, as we sit here and watch them warm up, they got some power, especially on the outside. They've got a middle that I just saw jump through the roof. So I'm sure that they believe that they can compete. And hey, who's to tell them that they can't? You know, there's on any given night, they're here to shock the world. There's no pressure on Jefferson. All the pressure is on Musselman.
Last time out for Jefferson, just last night, they were down in Stevens City, Virginia, taking on the Sharando Warriors, getting a win in that one, snapping a 3-game losing streak, getting them back up to this 500 mark at 3-3, getting the win in that match, 2-1, so playing competitive match against Sharando last night. See if the legs are still good tonight and see if they still have that same level of energy. You got to expect they will, a regional game nonetheless.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and I'm sure Jefferson players are no different than Musselman players, where they play in the off season as well. So the continuous jumping, running, swinging doesn't impact them the way that you think you should. I've always been impressed with the athletic ability of some of these girls playing volleyball. Is that if you just sit and watch how they can elevate, how they can jump, and the strength and flexibility that they have. And I don't think them playing last night is going to have any negative impact on them at all.
Last time out for Musselman was in the Endless Summer Tournament. It was taking on Stonebridge, and Stonebridge, if I'm not mistaken, was a state champion.
I do believe they were. I think Musselman was in a bracket where you had to be a state champion to enter the bracket. Now, last year this tournament got canceled, so I can't speak where if Stonebridge won a level of a state championship in Virginia, because Musselman did not last year, but they still qualified for the bracket due to the tournament being canceled the previous year. Aha, I caught that one. But if you'll notice that earlier in the day, Stonebridge took them 2-0, and then later on in the day, Musselman came back and got them 2-0. So that kind of speaks to how the coaching and how the girls can see their mistakes and self-analyze their mistakes and repair those mistakes on the fly. So earlier in the day, they played Stonebridge and lost 2-0 in sets, and then to finish the day, actually by a serve run by Abigail McCoy, they finished 2-0 against the same team that beat them earlier that day, so I'm sure that was satisfying.
That is our matchup tonight. Let's go ahead and take a 1-minute break. When we come back, we'll talk about the keys to the game for each one of these teams and see what they need to do tonight to try to get a win for for Musselman to get win number 7, and for Jefferson to get up to the above 500 mark at 4-3. We'll talk about those keys next in the pregame show. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10.
He is the most interesting jeweler in the world. Celebrities ask for his autograph. When buying diamonds, experts ask him what they're worth. He once counted to infinity twice. He has his own astrological sign.
I may not sell every customer that comes into Bechtel Jewelers, but on the rare occasions when I don't, they often wish I had. Stay brilliant, my friends.
Here's to the people who put in the long hours, the ones who drive this community, take risks, create opportunities, sacrifice, volunteer, and stick with it every day. The ones who give their best for their business, their family, their community, their future. We love community business owners because we're a community-owned bank, and we're proud to be with you, in business and in life. First United Bank and Trust, my bank.
Welcome back into the pregame show. It's Musselman High School Volleyball on TV 10. Matt Crawford, Phil McCoy here with you. And Phil, let's take a look at the keys to each one of these teams for getting a win in this match tonight. Let's start with the visiting Jefferson Cougars. Obviously a team that you're not necessarily familiar with as a team, but I'm sure there's a couple of names on there that you're familiar with travel volleyball, right?
Oh, absolutely. There's a few names I'm familiar with, and I am somewhat familiar with them from watching them over the years. And the keys for them is going to be the keys to any volleyball team. They need to take advantage of the easy balls, and there will be some that Musselman gives them. And, of course, always put your serves in play to the best of your ability. Put those serves in play. Make them aggressive. You know, when you serve, it's one thing when you're serving, it's like, hey, that ball's in play. But when it's got some aggression to it, you make it difficult on the serve-receive team. Leads to a bad pass, leads to a bad set, leads to a free ball, or a shot that's not idea that then, in turn, gives you the opportunity to get a good pass, good set, and a good hit. So it's the same for everybody, but you absolutely need to take advantage of the opportunities given to you.
All right, let's go to the Musselman Appleman getting their warm-ups in right now. Obviously, clearly, I think the favorite in this game, but what do they need to do not only to get the win, but to live up to the expectations they have in this game?
Well, really what Musselman is and what always have been is they're a very, very aggressive, powerful team. So what they're going to try to do is power you to death. You can see as Hannah jumps through the roof right there and puts one down in warm-ups, but very powerful team, and they also serve that way as well. In the back row, you have Madigan Faircloth, who is having a terrific year as a libero. She's able to dig just about anything you throw at her. So just like any other team, they're going to have to continue to be aggressive and work through their mistakes. So there will be some. When you're as aggressive as Musselman is, you're going to have some mistakes. You're going to hit a few out, you're going to hit a few on the net. But as long as they continue to keep that up and don't become timid, they'll be just fine.
You talk about that aggressiveness, and how has, over the course of this program, how has that aggressiveness been able to stand the test of time? And you in high school have players going in and out every 4 years. You're getting new groups of players. How is it that they've been able to stay that successful at using that method with different players that you don't know are going to necessarily have that aggression year in and year out?
Where it starts with Musselman, I think, is the same place it starts with Martinsburg football. Is these kids start in South Berkeley, they start very early. So they start with a tadpole program for 6- and 7-year-olds, and from there they move on to the rec leagues, and then ultimately end up in travel volleyball, in large part EPAN, which is the South Berkeley Volleyball League. Now, any player from any area could come play for EPAN, but because of the location, it does end up being it's coached by Gold Medal Square training techniques, which is what you see here is very aggressive. So they're aggressive from the start. You know, I coach a rec volleyball team, and I do the same thing. We'll swing hard and find the floor later, and these kids start off that way as well.
All right, there are our keys to the game for both Jefferson and Musselman. Let's take one more 1-minute break, and when we come back, we will look at the start of this game and see what the starting 6 may be for both of these teams. Again, the rotation going to be a little different based on who gets that first serve. We will talk about the players to watch in this one coming up next in the pregame show, along with the start of varsity action between Jefferson and Musselman. That coming up next. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10.
If you're a hard-working man or woman, you want to get the best selection and value that you possibly can.
Hardworking folks know Appalachian Heating and Air Conditioning is the best way to get the service you need if you have a heating or cooling problem. They'll beat any written price. Offer 24-hour service with free estimates and affordable financing. 24 hours a day, call Appalachian Heating and Air Conditioning, where quality meets comfort, at 304-260-5644.
If you hang the WVU Medicine sign, certainly has helped take us to another level.
He literally saved my life. It's just mind-boggling to me that he was able to do what he did.
We're able to affect much more of a difference for our patients with these resources.
Having people treated locally enhances their overall care.
They treat you great, and they're down to earth in the West Virginia way that all West Virginians treat each other.
Welcome back into Klein Court. Warm-ups are now finished for both teams. Just about a minute and 30 before we are going to get this one underway. We'll have the national anthem in there that we will keep it here for, and then action will be underway. All right, let's go with, we talked about keys to the game. Let's go with 3 players on each side that I think you have to watch out for in this matchup. Let's start with Jefferson, and then we'll move on to the Appleman.
Well, Jefferson, just watching the warm-ups, and I've seen him around a lot. You have a right side hitter, Abigail Stops. She seemed to be, she's only in 10th grade, but I noticed a few good swings from her in warm-up. In particular, the setters for Jefferson, outside hitter Meadow Miller, and you've also got Ashley Palmer. And I also saw her Ashley serving. She had a really nice serve too. Amari Wooden, who appeared to be able to jump through the roof, as I mentioned earlier. They had a middle that could really get up high. I think that was her that I saw jumping through the roof like that. Now for Musselman, you're really going to, Musselman likes to focus on their outside hitters. Now for Musselman, their outside hitters, one is going to, who's got the most experience, is going to be Faith Ketterman. But the freshman, there's a freshman on this group, and Hannah, number 4, Hannah Howard. I can't believe I forgot her last name.
Hannah Howard.
I was trying to find her number. I forgot her last name. Hannah Howard is a really dynamic player. She's one of the very few kids that can come in, players that can come in as a true freshman. And you'll notice that Hannah probably won't leave the floor. So she's going to play all the way around. And that's something you don't see a whole heck of a lot of in volleyball. And of course, your middle, Sadie Wright. She's a dynamic blocker.
All right, those are the players to watch out for this evening. Again, the matchup tonight between Jefferson and Musselman. Jefferson trying to get to win number 4, while Musselman is trying to get to win number 7 on the season. We know the first 6, regardless for Musselman, are going to be who you just mentioned, Hannah Howard. It'll be Haley James, the senior. Madigan Fairclough will be that. Libero, you've said nothing but good things about her over the last couple of times we have talked. Lena Rainey, a senior, will start tonight. Caroline Shipley will get the start, and Isabel Hustler. So 2 freshmen are going to be in that starting 6 on the floor tonight for Musselman. Is that rare for this Appleman team with the amount of upperclassmen they're going to have?
Yeah, actually, but when you look back at the last group that they had, they also had the 6 that left last year were starters from their freshman year as well. And they ended up winning 3 state championships going to the tournament 4 times. So I would say it is odd, but in this case, when you really look back on it, it's not so much.
You mentioned state championships, obviously, Musselman since 2010, and really before that has been a power across the state. When do you start to get an idea of who those other teams around the state are for this upcoming year?
Well, it has been Spring Valley's always got a good program. That's actually who beat Musselman last year, but also George Washington and Hedgesville's always up there as well.
All right, let's pause for a moment of silence along with the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were Now for our moment of silence.
Haley James, a great rendition of our national anthem, and you got to love that when a player's able to do that and then go, hey, I'm going to be talented and sing the national anthem, then go out and start a volleyball game.
Yeah, it's nerves of steel. She's done that for quite some time. I was actually the PA announcer here last year, so I'd always have to go find her, like, hey, Haley, ready to sing the national anthem, and she was more than willing at all times to sing that. So
it's called multitasking at its finest, right?
Yes, it is.
And now she has the added pressure of knowing she's on TV doing it.
I don't know. I guess you picked up on that. I don't know if I talked to her about it.
A 4-camera setup here tonight at Klein Court. One that for some reason is very close to Phil and I, that in the pregame show I'm sure you saw a little bit of, and then a couple else sporadically around at Klein Court here. Musselman taking the court. Jefferson is still in their huddle, getting some last-minute instruction from Coach James DeNoble. DeNoble in his first season, while on the bench to our right, it is Sean Martz in year number 21 here in Inwood. And we're just about ready for action here. And the more maroon jersey will be the libero, Madigan Faircloth. And the libero on the side of Jefferson in the white jersey will be number 5, Victoria DeNoble. I'm guessing there's some sort of relation there between the libero and the head coach. It'll be Jefferson set to start off with the serve, and with the serve it'll be Sophia Benningfield. And here comes the serve back over. The libero with it now for Musselman.
Right off the bat.
Great spike at the net. Number 4, Hannah Howard. You mentioned her in the pregame as a player to watch. The freshman getting Musselman on the board 1-0.
Dynamic. Those serves, we talk about serving aggressively, and that's where a serve that is not aggressive will come back to bite you.
Madigan Faircloth now with the serve for Musselman on the 1-0 lead. Gets it over the net. And now Jefferson with it, trying to set up their offense.
We'll make them pay for that. It's probably going to go middle there. Yep, middle to say right.
Good block at the net by number 12, and that one going to go out of bounds. We're knotted up at 1. It was a great block at the net by number 12, Amari Wooden, to just keep that alive for Jefferson.
2-0 Musselman.
Faircloth again with it.
Nice serve.
A jump serve.
That middle needs to transition to get ready to hit, Matt. She's kind of impeded the setter there.
Good setup opportunity. Again, it was Hannah Howard getting it over. But a good deflection at the net. Another good block at the net. That one, number 17, Sadie Wright. And a good drop shot, number 14 on that one. That is Macy Chrisman. Dropping that one in. 2-1 now. Musselman ahead by 1. Serve for the Cougars gets over. Now a good setup opportunity for Musselman, but nobody really wanted to take the advantage of that one. In the area was right, but also in the area
that was a tweener ball.
Yeah, it was Faircloth was also right there, and Faircloth needed to stay on that back line. Serve opportunity, this one getting away, and Faircloth able to keep it in play.
Now these are the ones that Jefferson needs to take advantage of if they're going to have a chance.
And here's a good opportunity for Jefferson. Good
nice dig.
Nice dig on the end of the abdomen. A mistimed block at the net, and that one is going to drop in. It was Chrisman that went up and just mistimed the jump a little bit and ended up not getting all she wanted on that one. Entering the game will be, it looks like Faircloth.
Faircloth, Faircloth would come in for the setter in that position now. Caroline Shipley, who's back to serve, will be the setter for Musselman.
Shipley does get it over. Another powerful serve.
That.
Yeah, that one is spiked right down to the net. An easy spike at the net for Sadie Wright.
Remember at the JV game out, we talked a lot about overpasses and the danger of that. That's exactly what that was. Well, it was a good effort to get the ball up. It was an overpass, and a good front will make you pay for that.
4-2 the Musselman advantage here in set 1. See if Jefferson can rally back here. Down by 2. That one just out of bounds. And Musselman will take a 5-2 lead. That one right on the line, but Musselman catching a break there. 5-2. Shipley with the serve. Again, another powerful serve. Just getting over the net.
Make them pay.
Spike at the net. That one going to go out of bounds. Hannah Howard a little too strong on that one. 5-3. Now as the Cougars get their 3rd point of this set.
Now service for the Cougars, number 14, Macy Chrisman.
Chrisman with the serve. Now on the back line started on that front line for Jefferson. Set opportunity. It's Howard now with it, a drop shot. Good defensive play by Jefferson. Another great opportunity at the net. Spike and underneath the net, and that's going to go against, looks like number 14, Shipley.
Yeah, and that was a pass that was a little bit too tight to the net. In order to get to it, she had to contort her body somewhat under the net, and her foot just went over that middle line.
5-4 Chrisman with the serve. Higher can pass, a good setup opportunity right at the net. And that one will go out of bounds, and we're knotted up at 5. A little too strong.
Unforced errors on Musselman's part, a little bit out of character, but I'm sure they'll get that situated here shortly.
Now Danica Faircloth a little too strong with that one. 5-5 and sticking with the serve. It is going to be number 14, Macy Chrisman. This one right over the net, but a good dig by Howard.
Nice set. Sadie puts it down.
Great job, Sadie Wright, putting that one down and giving Musselman the lead again, 6-5. A substitution is coming out as Haley Jane's coming into the game.
Haley Jane's coming out and Faith Ketterman coming in.
Hannah Howard with the serve. Freshman with the serve, with Musselman having a 1-point advantage here.
Nice serve. It's a good pass. They need to use that.
Yeah, good dig on the other end. A good setup opportunity here as that one's going to go out of bounds right in front of the Musselman bench. And too strong by number 13, Ashley Palmer. One up, had a good line of vision there going up for the spike, which is too far behind the net. Had to put too much on it to get it over. 7-5 Musselman, the advantage. Howard again with the serve.
Nice serve again. It's a good pass. They should use this.
And not the best set in the world. They got to get it over, and they do.
They're having a little bit of issues with their middle transitioning.
That one hitting the net, not the cleanest spike. Jefferson able to get it again, and right now probably the best volley we've had yet today. Good spike and a good block at the net, and they're going to get a double hit on, it could be one of two players for Jefferson. It could be Wooden, or it could be Kylie Bain, but either one going to get called for that double hit.
They did a good job of getting up, but they also need to get over the net so that ball just doesn't roll down their body, which is exactly what just happened.
8-5 the lead for Musselman. Howard again. Good dig at the other end. That one by Peyton Derrick.
Pay for this. Nice set. Good. Oh, gets it up.
And just good positioning right now defensively for Jefferson. Good block at the net by a couple of Applemen.
Unforced error on Jefferson's part. Those are ones that they can't have if they're going to stay in this game.
And Wooden a good opportunity right at the net to at least get it over and keep the volley going, but sends it right into the net. 9-5. Musselman with the advantage. And still it's going to be Hannah Howard with the serve. Gets it over, and she's been consistently putting it on that back line.
It's too easy.
Here comes a set.
Nice set.
At the net.
Oh, hit it out.
Too far by Kate Fetter. Make that Faith Ketterman.
Now, from the standpoint of Musselman, though, although it's an unforced error, it's an aggressive error. I'm sure he would rather not have it, but it's an aggressive error that he will accept. They'll find the floor soon.
It'll be Meadow Miller serving for Jefferson. Gets it over. Now a good set opportunity. Sadie Wright getting it over, but good defense by Jefferson.
Overpass, open pay.
And I believe that was right at the net again.
If I'm not mistaken, that's 3 overpasses on Jefferson's part. Musselman made them pay on 2 of them. If you take those away, it's a 2-point set right now. So it's Musselman taking advantage of Jefferson's mistakes.
10-6. As that one going to go out of the back of the court. It was Sadie Wright on that serve, and Wright will now come out. Coming back into the game will be Madigan Faircloth. Faircloth and Libero going right back to that back corner. On the serve now for Jefferson is number 13, Ashley Palmer. Able to get it over with one more hit. Howard able to get it back over, and now hopefully Musselman can set it back up. Spike attempt at the net, doesn't get over. Kylie Bain was right there, couldn't get it over. We'll get another substitution coming in now is Isabella Hutzler.
We talked a lot about Jefferson taking advantage of the easy balls, the easy opportunities that will be given to them at times by Musselman, and that's one they did not convert on.
11-7 here in set 1, and good serve on the back end by number 25. That's Hutzler. Point going to Musselman, 12-7. Hutzler again with the serve.
That's a good pass.
Going to stay a little more airborne. Good play at the net. Musselman luckily keeps that one in the air. Good effort by them defensively. Spike opportunity at the net. Great block. And
actually, he's going to call that one into the net. So he's going to blame it on the net instead of the block.
13-7 now here in set 1. And Hutzler back out to serve. Here comes that serve. That one going to hit the net. Point Jefferson. talk about the aggressiveness, whether it's with the serve or whether it's just the play at the net. You see the aggressiveness there, wanting to get low line drive serves. That one just not high enough. That's a serve for Jefferson, getting it over.
Nice set. Haley finds the spot.
Great drop.
Lena.
Yeah, great drop shot.
Lena's really good at finding those open spots when on attacks. She found one down the net there and placed it there softly. She's very good at that.
Yeah, Bennington, Sophie Bennington for Jefferson playing a little more towards the center of the court.
Haley James is a really good short server. Let's see if we see that at any point here.
That one going to go too long out of the back of the court.
That's 3 serve errors, I believe, on Musselman right here.
And 14-9 now is Jefferson. Not going away. Staying in this, still 5 points back, but see what they can do with this serve. On the serve now is Bedingfield.
It's a nice pass. They should use that.
Good dig by Howard at the net. Good block.
Miscommunication looked like by the setter in the middle, where the setter appeared to be trying to back set the middle. Middle came up front. Just miscommunication.
And a good block by Amari Wooden. We've seen her do some very good things to the net, but also cost some points. That's a good point for her.
Overpass. Are they going? There's some of the differences you'll see between those teams. If that overpass should have been taken advantage of.
Musselman luckily just gets that one back over and lets us see another serve.
So they give him a free ball and they did not take advantage of it.
Howard with the good set. Now Hutzler, there's a spike down. Howard coming back. That one going to stay in. A good dig on the other end by Jefferson.
I'm going to go back to that original pass. Musselman gave them a free ball and they did not take advantage of it. And the end result of the play is Musselman scores again.
Caroline Shipley getting that point there for Musselman. But a good back and forth battle so far. 15-10 Musselman with the lead here in set 1.
Nice serve.
And Faircloth with the serve does get it over.
Use that pass.
Good block at the net, but not able to keep it in front, and it gets by 2 setters at the net. That point going to be credited. Number 13, Ashley Palmer. 15-11 now Jefferson within 4. That one going to go out of the back. Another point going back to Musselman. Coming into the game now, Danica Faircloth again. She'll go up to the front line, and Caroline Shipley going to go back to serve.
Caroline's got a very aggressive serve, as you'll see here in a second. Nice, hard serve. And they need to use that.
Kritzman's getting it over.
Musselman's going to take advantage. That's exactly what they did.
Good drop shot. Hannah Howard getting Musselman their 17th point of this set. 17-11.
So we'll go back when we talked about the keys of the game and each team taking advantage of the easy balls or the free balls, the opportunities given to them. Musselman's doing that. Jefferson is not. Surprise sneak attack there, didn't work.
Hannah Howard keeping it in, getting it over. Jefferson now will set it back up. They'll get it over. Good block at the net. Musselman, good opportunity to set one up here. Howard with the spike. Good block on the other side for Jefferson. A great job, number 14, Macy Chrisman. Also number 12, Amari Wooden. Good block at the net, resulting in a point for Jefferson. 17-12. Musselman still with the lead.
And here's an opportunity that Jefferson needs to take advantage of.
Yeah, right.
They're going to stay in this game.
Just having to get it over on that first hit. Wooden sends it over with a good block by Wright.
Good heads-up play by Wooden there.
And Faircloth in the back just couldn't read that one. A little bit outstretched reach of her right arm. And Jefferson with a little bit of a run here.
Yeah, now give her credit because she stood flat-footed and hit the third ball over, which was easily blocked. But she was right there for the recovery and hit it where no one was.
17-13.
Nice pass.
Good spike down. Danica Faircloth with the left hand, getting Musselman back on the right track as Jefferson had put on a little bit of a run, 18-13. The lead for Musselman back out to 5.
That's a good change of pace by Musselman there with Danica, who's typically playing on the opposite side, hitting in the campfire zone there.
Hannah Howard now with the serve. This one shot straight up in the air.
And Musselman ought to use this.
A good opportunity to set one up here.
That's too easy. Musselman ought to use that. Oh.
Hannah Howard having to run that down. Good effort by Howard. And that Faircloth able to get it back over.
Let's see if Jefferson can get one on the
Wooden going up, that one blocked.
Jefferson point. It was a good block, but it went out of bounds.
And a good block by Sadie Wright, but got all ball on that as it's going to go out of bounds. That's the second block in the last probably 4 times over. We've seen one team get a point on a block.
It's often a result of the blocker not getting their shoulders turned.
Meadow Miller on the serve for Jefferson. Good setup here. And both teams good opportunities.
A nice swing.
And Faircloth just able to keep that one.
Wow, what a save by Faircloth.
Good save by both Faircloths there. As now Madigan will come out, as will Sadie Wright. Abigail McCoy now is set to serve. Phil, I'm guessing there's no relation there, right?
Out of rotation on Jefferson. Yeah, there's a little relation there. My oldest daughter, my baby girl. I hope she's not listening to this later. She'll make me pay for that.
2014 is, you just heard, out of rotation by Jefferson. It'll be McCoy again with the serve. It's that one over. That one a little too long, sailing out of the back of the court. 20-15. Coming back into the game is Sadie Wright. McCoy going back to the bench. Also coming back in is Madigan Faircloth. I think we have a question on substitution and or rotation.
I think the down refs is trying to get them in the correct order after calling out of rotation.
It'll be Ashley Palmer set to serve it for Jefferson. Jefferson down 5, 20-15 here in set 1, and that one hit him in the net, getting over, and that's going to be an ace.
That's a result of a hard, low serve. If that was if she didn't have a lot on that, that would have just fallen as a serve error, but it trickled over, and those are really hard to play.
Jefferson staying in this one, only down 4 now with the serve. Here is Palmer.
Nice pass.
And a good dig by Howard.
Nice
now
set.
Spike opportunity.
That was a nice up. You want to use it or just stand flat-footed up. Stand flat-footed, just going to make it easy on Musselman. Nice set.
Good set by Shipley. Now on the deflection, it's going to go out of bounds. That's a Musselman point going off the outstretched hand of number 5, Victoria DeNoble. And I think that one was going out of bounds, and Musselman catching a break on that one, 21-16. The Appleman ahead.
I think that was actually tipped at the net as well, so Danica swung the blocker. Good timeout from Jefferson.
And Jefferson's going to call a timeout, a 1-minute timeout. Let's go ahead and take a 30-second break back at the studio. We'll come back for the remainder of set 1. Right now it's Musselman 21, Jefferson is 16. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Welcome back into the pop music concert, a.k.a. the high school volleyball game. Phil McCoy, big fan of the music they're playing here in timeouts. Isabel Hutzler with the serve. That'll be a point
on the other side.
That'll be a point for Musselman, 22-16. Now what you want to see if you're Coach DeNoble out of a timeout. 22-16 here in set 1. Hutzler with the serve. Now going back over to Jefferson.
Get a swing on this.
Get a swing. That one's going to go too far. That one going off the hand of number 6, Peyton Derrick. First time we've called Derrick's name in this game so far. And Musselman 2 points away from taking set 1. Hutzler with the serve. Good opportunity here for Jefferson, but a good dig on the other end by Hannah Howard. Just having to keep it in and not able to keep it in. Would have been 4 hits. Fade Ketterman trying to keep that one in. And it'll be a point for the Cougars.
Yeah, set looked like it could have been a go set. I'm not quite sure, but it traveled a little bit outside on Bella, and Faith was already too far inside.
Libero Victoria DeNoble with the serve to the other libero, Faircloth.
Heard the go call.
Yeah, spike at the net, a good spike by number 14, Macy Chrisman. Giving that point back to Jefferson, 23-18. It seems like Musselman just can't quite get past that 5 or 6 point mark. They get to that 5 or 6 point lead, and then Jefferson comes rallying back, but Jefferson hasn't been able to get to within 4 either, so they're staying right in that range.
I'm sure there'll be some, good serve.
Yeah, good dig opportunity, or good dig attempt rather, by Hannah Howard, just not able to quite get to it. 23-19, and again a 4-point game here in set 1.
What I've seen so far, they said somewhat surprising, is the success that Jefferson's had blocking Musselman hitters. And I'm sure there'll be some discussion at between sets about switching the sets up, changing up the speed at which they set, so they're not so predictable.
Yeah, and you see the good front line by Musselman. You see the far side. Peyton Derrick having to go too high, try to get over those blockers at the net, and forcing that one out of the back of the court. 24-19, and coming in number 6, Haley James.
I love Haley's short serve. I'm waiting to see if she sends one to try to end this set.
24-19.
Great short serve.
1 point away from ending the set. James with it. Spike down at the net. Doesn't get over. That's going to be a point for Jefferson. Good attempt at the net. And then number 14, Caroline Shipley. Hannah Howard laying out, trying to save it as well. But back to within 4 is Jefferson, but not a whole lot of wiggle room to try to come back in this one. Sophie Benningfield with the serve for Jefferson. Not a great first set by Musselman. They'll be lucky just to get it over, and that they do.
Those are ones Musselman sent that easy free ball over, and in retaliation, Jefferson sent a free ball back, and those will come back to bite them as the match goes on. They need to take advantage of those free balls. Got to put it away.
Opportunity. Howard with the opportunity. She will not end it, but Jefferson's got to get it back over with this hit. They will.
So easy.
High arching here, but a good opportunity. Howard spikes it right into the net. 24-21, Jefferson within 3, the closest they've been since it was 7-4. Bennington. I think that Benningfield with the serve. Good opportunity here. Hannah Howard with the spike, and a good relay back on the other end.
Some good back row play, I see.
And Chrisman will spike it in for a point for Jefferson. They're now within 2, 24-22. And Coach Marks barking out instruction and doesn't like where his girls are set up on the court right now.
No, I'm saying I'm kind of impressed with some of the digs that we're seeing from Jefferson on the back row. There's the overpasses to take advantage of.
Just like that, back to within 1 point, 24-23, an easy spike for Amari Wooden. And we'll get a substitution. Faith Ketterman is going to come in before Haley James. And Coach Marks wants a timeout. His team's still 1 point away from winning this set, but allowing Jefferson to come back in this one. You got to like the fight for Jefferson, Phil.
Absolutely. Look, they're in a position that we just saw them take advantage of an overpass. It's something that they weren't doing earlier in the set. I'd still like to see Jefferson take advantage of some of the free balls. Their setter, I've noticed, and they're getting away with it right now, but their setters are bump setting opposed to using their hands. And that's way too predictable for Musselman's front line to read and follow that bump set. There's only a few places you can set it when you bump set. But right now they're getting away with it. They're doing it with hustle and heart, so I have to give Jefferson credit.
Benningfield with the serve. For Jefferson, 24-23, Musselman needing 1 more point to win the set. Set opportunity, Hannah Howard going to drop one in. Doesn't do it, she'll have a spike opportunity. And under the net, that point's going to go to Musselman. And they win set 1, 25-23, but a great effort by Jefferson. The teams will switch side, and we'll be back for set number 2 when we come back, and also some stats from set number 1. Again, set 1 going to Musselman, 25-23. A 1-minute break, then we're back with more West Virginia high school volleyball.
Hi, this is Eric from Hagerstown Ford. I keep telling you that Hagerstown Ford has completely changed the car buying experience forever. And with a return policy easier than Walmart, Hagerstown Ford has a goal to deliver 350 cars and trucks per month. And when I say deliver, I mean deliver to you, where you are, just like Amazon does. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. The only way Hagerstown Ford can accomplish this extremely aggressive goal is to make the car buying process fast and easy. We simply refuse to play the dumb back and forth games that most dealerships want to play. There's absolutely no reason for you to waste your precious time at a car dealership. I assure you, There is no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. that can beat our price. There's no dealership that will allow you to return your new car if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely has the best price, and we'll bring the car to you. And if you don't want it, return it, period. No questions asked. There's no reason to buy anywhere else. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience and get your new ride delivered to you.
Contact dealer for details.
Just about 2 minutes left before set two start. In set one, it was Musselman 25, Jefferson at 23, and a great comeback effort that falls just a bit short for Jefferson. And before we get to stats from set number one, that would have been the first set that Jefferson would have won against Musselman since at least 2007. That's as far back as I could find stats today, but it has been a lopsided series between these two schools. Not just you're talking match wins, but you're talking total set wins since at least, and what we've heard from different people around the program today, since maybe 2003, the last time that Jefferson has got a set in this series. So a good opportunity for Jefferson. We'll see what set two entails. Let's take a look at some of those set one stats. Phil, take it away.
Yeah, so looking at Musselman stats, right now all I have is Musselman stats. What is a little bit out of character for them, as aggressive as they serve, they only had 2 aces. So I'm going to give a lot of credit to the back row of Jefferson for getting up some of those strong serves. And Musselman had 4 serve errors. So that's something you do not want to see from a varsity team, giving up 4 serve errors. So not the greatest. Also on a passing note, so Musselman passing, which is typically a lot better than this, you would expect to see a 1.752 or at least a 2 pass, and we'll get into more detail what that means. The Musselman passed at a 1.57. So definitely in some levels they seem to be out of sync, out of character a little bit. And I would expect that would improve some. But I absolutely have to give Jefferson some credit for the front row play. They did a great job blocking, I thought, and digging on the back row. They had a lot of great digs. Now, a lot of times those strong hit balls that typically land for a score did not in that set. So I have to give that back row a lot of credit.
It'll be Faith Ketterman getting the serve to start this set for the Applemen. Jefferson now right in front of us, kind of diagonal now, is Musselman, and that first serve going to go out of the back of the court, and Jefferson takes an early 1-0 lead.
So some of these serving yips have continued for Musselman, so that aggressive style, you live by it and sometimes you die by it.
Yeah, we counted about 4 or 5 for Musselman in that first set. First serve now for Jefferson, as they now have a good opportunity to get a 2-0 lead. Good play at the net, good block, but that one's going to drop in. Number 13, Ashley Palmer, going to get credit for that one.
I'm going to show you the difference. We'll talk about the difference here. We had 2 teams with kill opportunities. One was the tip, and the other was the swing. And, of course, the one with the swing ended up winning the point.
On the serve for Jefferson. They have the 2-0 lead, and a good opportunity here to possibly take a 3-0 lead. Is that one going to go a bit too far? Actually get deflected on the way out. So that'll be a 3-0 lead for Jefferson, and Musselman is struggling to get their offense going so far in set number 2.
You know, I've talked a lot about Jefferson bump setting the ball, but right now it doesn't seem to be having a negative impact on them. But typically those bump sets are easy to read and who to get to and who they're trying to set.
Peyton Derrick just getting that one over, and not a good set for Musselman. Wooden drops that one in, and Amari Wooden makes it a 4-0 advantage for Jefferson. It'll be Peyton Derrick again, trying to make it an even 5. That one's going to go long, I think saved by Musselman. Good set opportunity at the net. Hannah Howard going to go into the net. That one going to fall. And 5-0 Jefferson with the advantage.
What a start for Jefferson. Now we're going to look at the 5-0 lead, and 2 of those were unforced errors on the part of Musselman.
And Amari Wooden right at the net, causing some havoc so far in this one. But Derrick with the serve does get it over. Hannah Howard with the opportunity. Another great block at the net. That one Crispin with it. 6-0 the advantage for Jefferson.
That front row is definitely doing some damage.
Would you expect a timeout at some point soon if this doesn't stop for Coach Martz?
You would expect it. He's slow to call timeout. So
and that one, finally a break going for Musselman as they'll get their first point on a serving error by Peyton Derrick. 6-1 now, as maybe that's the 1 point Musselman needed to get a little bit of rhythm. Here comes to serve, that one coming from Faircloth. Spike opportunity at the net. Good volley back tight over by Faircloth.
That's Hannah Howard to play.
And Hannah Howard just getting it over.
Oh, got away with the double there.
And Wooden will just send it over, and Wow. Great effort on the back end, especially by Hannah Howard coming and sliding back in, trying to send it back over. But another point for Jefferson as they are dominating here in set number 2, 7-1 right now. Serve for Crispin, gets it over.
Pass is a little tight. That's difficult for a setter to set. It's a good high pass, but a little tight.
Sadie Wright just able to get it over. Good opportunity and a bad hit, a miss hit. Not sure where that was intended, but a miss hit for Kylie Bain. 7-2. Now Musselman down by 5. Jefferson ahead in this one.
That was an unforced error that was basically caused by not being aggressive.
Shipley with the serve. Opportunity at the net. Hannah Howard coming in to keep that one from falling. Spike at the net. A good job back in the other end for Jefferson. They're doing a very good job so far. That one going a bit too far. Once again, Ashley Palmer getting that one out of the back of the court. Shipley again with the serve. Does get that one over. That one going to fall short. And Phil, I expect you sacrificing your body for those.
Fumble.
So Musselman slowly crawling back in this one, 7-4. As Shipley will serve it once again. Here comes, it does get over that one.
Yeah, they should use this. If they use this, it's going to get some momentum. Nice set, nice shot by Sadie.
And it gets right down at the net, Sadie Wright, the 6'1" sophomore, getting the point for Musselman. They're back to within 2, 7-5. Get a big thanks to all of our crew here. Set opportunity at the net. Good block by Sadie Wright at the net, also by Danica Fairclough.
If we had instant replay, Matt, I'd like to point out, if you got a timeout over here by Jefferson, I think it was a well-timed timeout, but we talked about those bump sets being predictable, and the second she dropped those arms to bump set, everyone on Musselman's team knew where it was going, and they prepared for it.
1 minute timeout. Let's go ahead and take a 30-second break. We'll be back in 30. We're in set 2. It's Jefferson 7, Musselman 6.
My longtime client, Mark, asked me to help his daughter. Abby took a job in Chicago and wanted financial advice. We talked about her goals and set up a saving strategy so she can enjoy life now and start planning for tomorrow. I'm looking forward to working with Abby and helping her reach her goals, like I've been doing with her dad for years. With the right financial advisor, life can be brilliant. Ameriprise Financial.
Shipley with the serve as we return here in set 2 to Klein forward. An ace for Shipley, and we're knotted up at 7.
Lead momentum gone just like that. That was a great serve.
And Shipley really been the foundation serving for this comeback effort. 7-7 is that one in. Back-to-back aces. Caroline Shipley, and Musselman gains the lead here in set 2, 8-7. So Shipley really getting in a groove now, serving. Here comes that 8-7 serve. This one going a bit far, but saved inbounds. That one a good opportunity for the Musselman here. Howard.
Nice step close. It's a nice pass. She used her hand on a great set.
Good block down. Is almost a double hit by Sadie Wright. Well, now Wooden just going to have to get it over, and she does it. Good anticipation.
Wow, nice
I think they were expecting a spike down at the net, and she located it outstretched, or out past the outstretched arm of Caroline Shipley. And once again, knotted up at 8.
Really good spot by Amari Wooden.
Meadow Miller coming in for Amari Wooden, and it'll be Miller with the serve. Miller, good, strong serve, getting it over. Good opportunity here as Howard sends it back over.
Nice swing, nice block.
And good block back at the net. Musselman regains the lead, 9-8. Hannah Howard serving now for Musselman. Here comes that serve, does get it over. Not nearly as low as some of the other serves we've seen, but just as effective going past the outstretched arm of Sophia Benningfield. Initially hit it, but just couldn't send it where she wanted it. Now 2-point advantage for Musselman, 10-8.
Game of streaks. It's going to be tough to get that momentum back.
Once again, it's Howard with the serve.
It's a nice pass.
And a good opportunity here for Jefferson. Spike, that one going to go out of bounds. Another point, Musselman. Good opportunity for Kylie Bain. She's not able to send it where she wanted it.
You know, at the end of the day, though, in order to compete or beat Musselman, you're going to have to continue swinging like that and find the floor later.
Hannah Howard with the serve. We got another good opportunity here for Jefferson, but we'll just have to get it over.
Nice set.
Great set, great spike.
Nice. Out of bounds.
Going out of bounds by just a smidge.
She's trying to grab that line. She's outside just too much.
11-9, Jefferson back to within 2. Set to serve now for Jefferson, Ashley Palmer. Palmer with that serve. Faircloth will start the volley back. Spike out the net, good deflection. That'll fall in. Good job by Faith Ketterman. Good block at the net as well by Kaylee Bain. She's not able to get it direct that one where she wanted. Abigail McCoy in, the serve specialist. Here comes that serve from McCoy getting it over.
It's a nice pass. Right there, I'm sure that coach would much prefer that setter use their hands right there.
And a good opportunity again for Bain, but once again, just a bit too strong. 13-9. Musselman takes the advantage. Once again, it'll be Abigail McCoy with the serve. Serve from McCoy, that one's short, gonna hit the net. Point Jefferson. Guessing things like that aren't brought up at the dinner table after the game?
Absolutely not.
No shop talk?
No.
13-10, Jefferson within 3. Musselman with that 3-point advantage. Here comes that serve from Victoria DeNoble for Jefferson.
Nice set, good kill, nice.
Great kill, number 3, Danica Faircloth, putting Musselman back up by 4, 14-10, as she will take a seat. Isabella Hustler coming back in now for Musselman. Number 25 set to serve. That one just getting over. Lucky roll. Will be a point and an ace for Musselman, 15-10. Now Musselman has slowly started to take control in this one. Now a 15-3 run.
Yes, they are. It was 7-0 at one point.
And so quietly making a run in this one. Seems like
nice
Jefferson
pass.
is.
See if they can make something out of this.
They're going to need to stop the run. A good drop shot, number 6 on that one. Peyton Derrick will try to halt the bleeding a bit. 15-11. Coming back in will be.
They're really close getting back to this rotation where they had that run.
Yeah, Mari Wooden coming back in, and she was a force on the net when they
Mari and Ashley Palmer up front is when they had that good run. So
here comes that serve. Hustler with the set.
Nice shot.
Good job by DeNoble. Able to save that one, but it's going to go out of play. Point going to Musselman.
I think that was out of play, but the call before it went out of bounds was, I do believe Jefferson's in the net. Saw that net bouncing.
Faith Ketterman with the serve now. 16-11.
It's a nice pass.
Here comes the set. Crispin at the line. They'll send it back the other way. Great location, Macy Crispin. 16-12 once again. Now that we've kind of got back to what we expected in this set, it's what we saw in set number 1, where Musselman will get after that 4-point advantage, but really nothing past that. Jefferson sticking around. It'll extend back out to 5 now, 17-12. Good job, Hannah Howard at the net. Madigan Faircloth set to serve now, the 5'4" sophomore. Libero for the Appleman. Good set opportunity here.
It's a tough one. I better use that.
Yeah, Crispin just lucky to get it over now. Good job by Wooden. They're taking advantage there at the net. A wide open back line and takes advantage of it. A good spike and a good kill.
Those are the opportunities that Jefferson needs to take advantage of if they're going to compete. That's exactly what she did.
17-13. Faircloth save it now. She'll try to send it over, but sends it right into the net. 17-14. Jefferson back within 3. Macy Crispin with the serve. Does get it over. Drops that one a little bit slower.
Use it.
Wooden's going to have to send it over. A spike going off the hand of Sadie Wright, right at the net to block. Went off that left hand completely sideways. No opportunity for anybody else to get over there. And Jefferson back within 2, 17-15. Crispin again with the serve. Does get it over. Faircloth, Olivera able to save it. Back line is that one going to go out of bounds, and Jefferson back within 1:17-16. And
now, a lot of these are unforced errors, Matt, but we talked about that front row when it got back to Wooden.
And that one's going to be an ace for Crispin.
Palmer in the front row, making hay with those guys in front.
And the magic number 14, it was number 14, Caroline Shipley, serving for Musselman when they came back in this set, and now it's number 14, Macy Crispin, serving for Jefferson as they've mounted this comeback now tied at 17. Able to send it over. Now good opportunity for Musselman. Getting it over is Faircloth. Crispin with the set. Good spike opportunity, and now we have a good volley back and forth. That one going to go out of bounds. Sadie Wright trying to send it over, trying to locate it in that back to her left corner, our far corner of the court, but just not able to do it. And Jefferson regains the lead, 18-17. Good serve that'll out of the back of the court. Crispin a little too strong with that one.
Good communication on Haley James there. She let everybody know that ball was out. The second she saw it cross the net, she knew it was going to sail out.
We talked about her a moment ago and the success she had serving. Here's Caroline Shipley with it. Does get it over.
There's an overpass.
See if she can have the same magic as before.
Nice set. Good kill.
Good set. It went off the hand on the way over of number 13, Ashley Palmer. Musselman with the point takes a 19-18 advantage. Shipley again with the serve. Will send it over, hit the net, and won't fall over. Hit high enough on the net, you wondered if it was going to be able to trickle over. It did not. And we're knotted up at 19. Is coming back into the game. Meadow Miller for Amari Wooden. It'll be Miller with the serve. Send it over. Faircloth with it in the return. Set up Hannah Howard with it. She'll drop it in, and that'll fall. Great location, Hannah Howard. And Musselman regains the lead, 20-19. A real back and forth effort now between these two teams.
That was a great save on the part of Howard. That ball was set a little bit outside, so she found the spot midair. You can kind of see her eyes looking at it. She found the spot midair and just put it there. Most players couldn't hit that.
And Hannah Howard now with the serve. A good low serve. Barely got over the net and hard to handle in that back row. It's going to go out of play. It was originally off the arm of Meadow Miller. And now a 2-point advantage for Musselman. Let's see if they can extend the lead here, or see if Jefferson can battle back.
Good serve.
And another bad hit, Meadow Miller. And right now Hannah Howard going to pick on her. Is not able to control where that ball's going. Is Meadow Miller. Now a 3-point advantage for Musselman. Now Howard with the serve.
Tried to.
Yeah, same area, not quite same player. Now Jefferson able to set up a little bit of offense here. Good opportunity they have right now. Good set, spike at the net. That one, I believe, was probably going to go out of bounds.
Good hustle.
Musselman, great hustle, and able to get it back over, but Jefferson definitely in the driver's seat with this possession right now. Good spike at the net, good block attempt, Sadie Wright, but not able to keep it in front. 22-20. Now Jefferson back within 2. Ashley Palmer with the serve.
This is where Musselman has to take advantage. They got Wooden and Palmer both out.
Set at the net, and that's going to be a point for Jefferson. 22-21, some contact with the net being made.
Now Wooden and Palmer off that front row, they should absolutely try to take advantage of this opportunity.
Palmer with the serve does get it over. Again, another drop shot opportunity. A good setup here, having to send it way back. Palmer from the back row, able to get it over. Now good opportunity. Sadie Wright sends it over.
We see a lot of tipping going on. They're getting a little tentative. I'm sure Coach Marks isn't happy about it.
Good block at the net, number 10, Kylie Bain.
Great block. She didn't get her shoulders turned, sending the ball out of bounds. Difference in aggression and tipping. So you notice the tips kept going back and forth. As soon as she got aggressive and swung, ended up scoring.
23-21. Sadie Wright with the serve here for the Applemen. Opportunity at the net. That one going to go too far out of bounds. A good effort. Peyton Derrick just a little too strong with the right hand. And now Musselman just a point away from taking set number 2 and taking a commanding advantage here in this match. Sadie Wright set to serve it. Set point here. Good serve. Just have to get it over, hitting the net.
They're finding their hitter, whether she's in the front row or the back row.
And right now, out of the back row, you're getting a lot of action from Ashley Palmer. Coming back in, Macy Chrisman will be in that front line.
Number 5, Noble.
It'll be the libero serving from the back, Victoria DeNoble. It does get it over. Hannah Howard going to start that relay, taking advantage there as Chrisman in that front row gets it over. Good opportunity here for Musselman. Good block. And this one going to go sky high and hit Musselman.
Nice shot.
Hit the separator in the gym, and that really ruined any momentum. Jefferson may have had good spike for Musselman. 10 set 2. They'll get the win 25-22. We'll switch sides again when we come back. We'll have stats from set number 2 and set up what could be the deciding set here in this match between Musselman and Jefferson. Right now 2-0. Musselman, they take set number 2, 25-22. We'll be back with the third set when we come back. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10.
At Anthony's Pizza Inwood location, nobody does it better. We make our own dough and we bake it fresh twice daily. That's freshly baked twice a day to make sure your pizza always tastes great. Take advantage of our Anthony's Pizza special offer. Get 2 large one-topping pizzas, just $17.99. And when you buy 3 12-inch subs, the 4th one's on us. For the best in freshly made pizzas, subs, calzones, stromboli, lasagna, and more, it's got to be Anthony's Pizza, 372 Middleway Pike in Inwood. Call 229-7373 for delivery. Anthony'sMenu.com. Let's talk trash, because when it comes to trash, you have options. Panhandle Dumpsters is a local family-owned garbage hauling company serving both residential and commercial customers with weekly trash pickup, dumpster service, yard waste pickup, and bulk pickups too. Panhandle Dumpsters will give you a free trash can and provide curbside service for just $23 a month. Panhandle Dumpsters features a fleet of quieter, eco-friendly garbage trucks, thereby reducing the noise usually associated with pickup. Switch now and save up to 30%. Call 833-DUMP-STR, panhandledumpsters.com.
Into Klein Court. We're on the campus of Musselman High School in the southern end of Berkeley County. It is a cross-county rivalry game here tonight. 2 Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference teams. It's the Jefferson Cougars. They're coming from Shenandoah Junction to take on the Musselman Applemen. Right now it's Musselman where we expected them to be based on where these 2 teams are at in their season with the 2-0 advantage going into set number 3. But Phil, I think it's the way that these sets have gone that has surprised people so far.
Yeah, the competitiveness that Jefferson has shown is quite definitely impressive. And when we're looking at their front row play and the way that they're digging the ball, they're really doing a good job. Now, where Musselman's somewhat struggling, and a lot of it's unforced errors, but the last set they had 6 hitting errors and also 3 serving errors. So the first set they had 4 serving errors. So we see a lot of unforced errors on Musselman's part. That's not common that they would do that, but it's absolutely showing its way. So of the 21 points Jefferson scored, and I don't have Jefferson score, so some of them they had unforced errors as well. But of the 21 points that Jefferson scored, 9 of them came unforced on the part of Musselman.
All about 30 seconds left before this set number 3, set 2 is start. It'll be Musselman back right in front of our broadcast position. Jefferson diagonal on the other side of the court. Again, a big thanks to John Alderton running our main TV 10 camera, Eric Sterrick, our on-site producer, Caleb Falero, back at the studio. And we are just about ready to start set number 3 here in Inwood. It'll be Jefferson serving first. So it'll be Benningfield will get it started for the Lady Cougars. Here comes that first serve of set 3. Good dig by Faircloth. Hannah Howard will get a whistle beforehand, and we're going to get a double hit. As Jefferson, like they did in set 2, will take that opening point.
Another unforced error. Those double sets are can sometimes be contagious. That was a good set. She made up for it right there.
Hannah Howard at the net, hitting the net on the way over, but a good stop by DeNoble to keep it alive for Jefferson. Hannah Howard again. DeNoble once again going back and forth.
Tell you what, DeNoble's having quite the night. I've been impressed with her ability. You don't see anything spectacular. Good swing.
Hannah Howard spikes it down at the net, going to go off the hand and go sideways of Amari Wooden, and we're knotted up at 1. Jefferson can't get out to the big lead that they had in set number 2, which is good news for Musselman.
They noticed we said the Noble had an impressive night. She wasn't doing anything spectacular, and that's mainly because she's putting herself in the correct position to play the ball, and that is the most spectacular thing a coach would want to see. So she always seems to be where the ball is.
Great kill, Sadie Wright, to put Musselman ahead 2-1. Set to serve now is Faircloth for Musselman. Wooden at the net will just send it over. Now good opportunity. Sadie Wright spikes down, another kill. Sadie Wright. 3-1 now the advantage Musselman here in set 3.
Look, you know that Musselman has the potential to be dynamic on the offensive side of the ball. I would not advise giving them an easy ball like that when you have an opportunity to swing.
Faircloth again with the serve. As Crispin nice block down. Wooden able to keep it alive. Then we Wooden again, another great block, and that point will go to Musselman.
It's a great heads-up play by Wooden off the block to throw that up really quick.
4-1 now the advantage in favor of the Lady Appleman. Faircloth again, that one short, hitting the net. And Jefferson will get the point the easy way. Peyton Derrick with the serve now for Jefferson. Sending it back over. Hannah Howard now a chance to, she will miss that one short. Good defense at the net. Not sure it was going to get over regardless, but Crispin and Wooden once again were there. They have really dominated that front line in this one.
Yeah, and they've got the front line that they want up there right now, so if they're going to make hay, now's the time to do it. Musselman's helping them out with unforced errors. Nice shot.
Nice spike down again. Sadie Wright, another kill, and I have that as her third already here in this set. It'll be Caroline Shipley now to serve it away for Musselman. They have the 5-3 advantage here in set number 3. Good job over. And no way to get that one over by Ashley Palmer. Was in a good position. No rush needed there. Just missed that one short. Shipley again to serve. Here comes that serve. Crispin going to start the volley back. A 4. And that one way too strong off the arm of Ashley Palmer, making sure that after she missed the last one short, but that one going to be deflected on the way out. It looked like they're going to call that one a touch. That one's going to be point number 4 for Jefferson.
My assumption is that was a touch at the front row.
It had to be with how much that one missed going at the back row. Crispin with the serve going all the way to the back row. Good job by Faircloth keeping that one in. Now Howard going to have to get it over, and she'll do just that. Great save by Hannah Howard. Spike down from that great dig at this end by Faircloth.
Nice kill.
Spike over, great kill. Number 3, Danica Faircloth. Both Faircloth girls doing a great job in their rotation right now. Hannah Howard now going to serve, and we'll get a substitution coming out. Haley James going in is Faith Ketterman. Again, it's Hannah Howard with the serve. And here it comes from right to left. Great job getting it over Howard. Now we'll set it up.
A little too easy. Good spot.
Good spot. Wooden, I think, helping out for Jefferson right there. Just keeping,
nice set.
Keeping it up. That one going to be tough, and great effort coming out of the back row by Madigan Faircloth. But after ending up on the opposite side of the net, not much she could do with that one to make sure it got over the correct way.
Oh, look, Jefferson's still hanging in this match, and they're doing it. They don't have as many unforced errors as Musselman does.
7-5. Now Musselman still with the advantage here in what could be a deciding set 3. Gets spiked down the net. Great job at the net for Kaylee Bain for Jefferson. See Lady Appleman at the net, and Bain stood her ground and got Jefferson to within 1.
Still have Ashley Palmer on the front row as well, so they're trying to take advantage of that while they can. A nice set.
Good set, good block.
They called that directly into the net. While the block was there, it never cleared the net.
And we're knotted up at 7. Jefferson refusing to go away. Served by Meadow Miller. Gets across.
Nice pass.
Good setup opportunity here. And a spike right into the net. Faith Ketterman. Ketterman a good opportunity. Just missed time that jump a little bit, it looked like, and was on her way down when she hit that volleyball.
Faith is a dynamic player. When she gets going, there's nothing, as you saw at the end of that last set, it looks like she put a hole in the floor. But right now, the whole team seems to be struggling with Harris.
Sadie Wright once again at the net. Great location and another kill. She has been on fire here in set number 3 so far, and it'll be her serve now for Musselman. Ready now with it here is Sadie Wright with the serve. Good serve. Sends it back over to Noble. Start the transition the other way. Spike down at the net. Great job up front, number 11, Elena Rainey.
The wasted pass by DeNoble.
Once again, Wright with it to serve it away for Musselman. Good serve once again to Noble.
Nice pass.
A good job setting it up. Great job so far on both ends. Good spike down low. Jefferson is just going to have to get it over. Good opportunity here, and once again, way too strong off of Ashley Palmer. And Palmer's had a bit of an issue with that so far here in set 3. She's either missed it low right into the net or sent it way too far out of the back of the court, struggling to find that range here in set number 3. Now comes Sadie Wright with the serve. And again, DeNoble. All 3 so far have gone to DeNoble. And that was doomed from the start. Sadie Wright just trying to get it over to Hannah Howard. Howard didn't get a whole lot of skin on it, and that one falls to the hardwood. Jefferson back within 1, 10-9 here in set number 3. 11-9, Musselman with the advantage. Set to serve now is Belle Hutzler. And this one going to hit the top of the net and fall over. That's going to go down as an ace.
She's had a few of those. She's had a few that, and I don't want to say lucky. Look, that's a result of an aggressive low serve. So I wouldn't call it luck. Those are low, aggressive serves. Did it again.
And another one. This one not quite the same result, not resulting in a point quite yet, but a great block at the net. And it will result in a point. Great job by Faith Ketterman and Lena Rainey at the net. Isabella Hutzler right now in control for Musselman with the serve. And that one's going to go well out of the back of the court. As a libero, Victoria DeNoble that couldn't quite control that one, and Musselman gets their biggest advantage of this match, or this set so far, 14-19. Hutzler in control. Here comes the serve. That one just a bit too low, hitting the net. 14-10 now. Jefferson earns that point.
Musselman still needs to take advantage, having Wood and Palmer off the front row. That's where Jefferson's had the majority of their success.
DeNoble to serve. That one a higher serve, not trying to crush the net there. A good opportunity. Chrisman sets it up. This one does get back over. It'll go out of bounds. Point Musselman. Kylie Primo trying to use the touch to get that one to this near side line of us. They're just pushing it a little too far. 15-10. Musselman out in front. Set to serve now Haley James for Musselman. This one does get over. Now good setup opportunity.
That's too easy.
A good opportunity to at least just get it over and prolong this volley, but Primo again misses that one, this time short into the net. And now a 6-point advantage for Musselman, 16-10.
Jefferson needs to stop the bleeding soon. I'm not sure that a timeout wouldn't be advised here.
We'll see what happens here. Haley James with the serve does get it over. And Chrisman at the net, a good spike down by Chrisman, but a good opportunity here is Howard down at the top of the net, gets it over.
I believe the call is under the net, I do believe. Not quite sure.
So now 17-10 after the infraction by Jefferson. And no timeout, it looks like so far, but yeah, I'm with you. I think the Musselman advantage here is going to get very close here to out of reach.
Look, that was a decent pass by DeNoble. They could have made something out of that.
Hutzler sets it up to Howard. Good spike down. That one going to go way out of the back of the gym, off the arm of number 6, Peyton Derrick. Now an 8-point advantage, 18-10. Musselman. Just 7 points.
Their stride in the third set.
Just 7 points away from taking this match 3-0. Kritzman at the net. A good block by a couple of different players at the net. But just deflecting right in front of us.
Yeah.
Now you're watching.
Coming after us.
We've been pretty lucky so far today. Not too many have come our direction.
You ever been hit in the head with volleyball?
I have.
It's painful. You wouldn't think. Nice serve.
Nice serve, Faircloth. Great dig. Just keep that one alive. Wooden at the net, spike down. Great job by James to keep that one alive. And again, Anna Howard going to send it across.
They're going to swing on that.
It'll be Kritzman at the net. She mistimes it and just gets a little bit of the hand on it. Does not get over the net. 19-11. Now the advantage for Musselman, and inching closer.
I'm not going to fault her for that. It wasn't the perfect ball to swing at, but if you're going to compete with this team, you've got to swing. Another serve there.
Faircloth misses that one short into the net. 19-12.
I have to come back around to that front row that they've had so much success with in the first 2 sets.
There's Peyton Derrick with the serve. Now the set over. Great spike on the far side. Caroline Shipley with the kill.
They're going to let this go with no timeouts, I guess.
And Danica Faircloth coming back into the game. Abella Hutzler coming out.
Nice serve.
Great serve. Shipley with that serve. Coming up, it'll be Kritzman sending it over.
It's a nice move.
Hannah Howard, great spike at the net right in front of us. Elevated perfectly. Great timing, 21-12. A Musselman ahead of Jefferson here in set number 3.
They're starting to find their stride now. The first 2 sets, they more survived than anything else. Now they're really taking it to them.
Sadie Wright with the serve. Good setup. Opportunity. Great push and going. Great diving effort. Going out of bounds for Madigan Faircloth. A great job by Macy Kritzman to locate that one perfectly.
I was almost too fast to speak there. I was going to say, hey, she's got to swing at that, but she found the opening and took advantage of it.
21-13. Kritzman with the serve. Faircloth with it now. Good setup opportunity.
Nice shot.
At the net. Great. The kill again, Sadie Wright. She has been dominant this entire set. Coming back into the game, Faith Ketterman going out is Haley James. Hannah Howard set to serve here for Musselman. Good opportunity, got to get it over now. Derrick does just that. Set up opportunity at the net. It's Hannah Howard that does get it over. Now Wooden will get it over, deflected, and a great effort here. It's going to fall just short in front of the net. It'll be a point for Jefferson. Great effort by Sadie Wright on the dive. Now Maury Wooden will go out, coming back in. Meadow Miller going to come into the ball game, and she will get the serve. 22-14 on the serve. Faircloth with it to set up the offense.
Nice shot.
And Ketterman sending it back over on the spike. Adenoble set back up the offense for Jefferson. Great opportunity here. Good. Adenoble set it back up. Derrick got the net. Good deflection. That point going to go to Jefferson. Great a block at the net by Danica Faircloth. That one just going out of bounds.
Ashley Palmer's had a good night at the net.
Meadow Miller with the serve again. Again, it's Faircloth.
Nice
starting the setup. Great spike down, deflection going out of bounds for Faith Ketterman. You're going to get the point for that one. 23-15. We'll see if Sadie Wright can close the deal for Musselman. Right with the serve. That was skimming the net on the way over. Good, hard, low serve.
That's too easy.
Hannah Howard sets it up. Caroline Shipley set a great spike down at the net. 24-15. Musselman 1 point away from taking this set and the match 3-0 in 3 straight sets.
Especially when Musselman's rolling, to give them those easy balls, the free balls that they can just line up and pass, set, and hit. It's absolutely something that you can't do if you expect to win.
Sadie right with the serve. Here it is, a higher serve than what we saw last time. That one's going to go out, and that one's going to fall in 4 points, and that one is going to end the game here, 25-15 in set number 3. Musselman dominating set number 3. Jefferson just couldn't quite keep up down the backstretch. Halftime or make that post-game show coming up here after this 2-minute timeout. We'll get stats and we'll get post-game analysis. We also are going to attempt to talk to a couple players. We'll see how the post-game show goes from here. Again, in 3 straight sets, it's Musselman getting the win over Jefferson at 3-0, set 1, 25-23, set 2, 25-21, set 3, 25-16. We'll be back in 2 minutes with the post-game show. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10.
If you're a hard-working man or woman, you want to get the best selection and value that you possibly can.
Hardworking folks know Appalachian Heating and Air Conditioning is the best way to get the service you need if you have a heating or cooling problem. They'll beat any written price. Offer 24-hour service with free estimates and affordable financing. 24 hours a day, call Appalachian Heating and Air Conditioning, where quality meets comfort, at 304-260-5644.
They're my closest friends. We've been through a lot together. Seeing our kids off to college, Kelly losing her mom, my 50th birthday. I trust them with so much. So when it came to my finances, I trusted Kelly's referral to her Ameriprise advisor. Beth gives me the comprehensive advice that helps me feel confident my financial future is secure. With the right financial advisor, life can be brilliant. Ameriprise Financial.
At Anthony's Pizza Inwood location, nobody does it better. We make our own dough and we bake it fresh twice daily. That's freshly baked twice a day to make sure your pizza always tastes great. Take advantage of our Anthony's Pizza special offer. Get 2 large one-topping pizzas, just $17.99. And when you buy 3 12-inch subs, the 4th one's on us. For the best in freshly made pizzas, subs, calzones, stromboli, lasagna, and more, it's got to be Anthony's Pizza, 372 Middleway Pike in Inwood. Call 229-7373 for delivery, anthonysmenu.com. Let's talk trash, because when it comes to trash, you have options. Panhandle Dumpsters is a local family-owned garbage hauling company serving both residential and commercial customers with weekly trash pickup, dumpster service, yard waste pickup, and bulk pickups too. Panhandle Dumpsters will give you a free trash can and provide curbside service for just $23 a month. Panhandle Dumpsters features a fleet of quieter, eco-friendly garbage trucks, thereby reducing the noise usually associated with pickup. Switch now and save up to 30%. Call 833-DUMP-STR, panhandledumpsters.com.
To Klein Court. Into the post-game show was Musselman getting the win in 3 straight sets, 25-23, 25, 2-21, and 25, 2-15. And it's time to start our post-game interviews, and we are going to start with Danica Fairclough. And she is not happy to be on TV, but that's just how it's going to go. So take the microphone. You can do this. I promise we're not that intimidating. I promise. Congratulations on the win. What did you see in the 3 sets today?
What?
What did you see in the 3 sets today in the win?
Well, I think we started off a little rough, but we ended up playing our game and fighting hard to get our balls up and get good kills.
What was the difference in the atmosphere? I know the tournaments you all have played in a little bit different in terms of not necessarily talent, but just on the road against very, very good out-of-state competition. What does a game like this against a regional opponent mean for you guys?
Well, we travel because we just want more competition and bigger teams, better teams, and it really helps us get where we need to be for state. So these are just kind of like, we just have to play these games.
Martinsburg next, a rivalry game. Not quite where Hedgesville is with you guys. So Martinsburg, a rival. What do you see in Martinsburg this year?
We have Kiera as an outside. I don't really know who all they have because I haven't seen them play yet, but I think we're all pretty excited to play them and to see how they play with us.
Danica, I noticed in the 3rd set when things started to struggle a little bit that they kind of forced the ball into you on the opposite. Was that something that was planned during a timeout or between sets, or did you just say, hey, get the ball to me, I'm one of the seniors up here, and you really took
They just set me and I just kind of went with it, I guess.
Yeah, and I think that was a big turning point in the match when they kind of, I more than noticed them kind of forcing sets to you. Really
I think we were all just in our heads, and once we got out of our heads, we were fine.
Yeah, we were keeping stats during the game. We had seen a lot of the points that they had scored were unforced errors. It was either serve errors or it was shank passes, but in the third set when you guys kind of got going. To me, it seemed the turning point. I couldn't get Sadie; she took off on me, but it was the sets. Normally, when you get them from the outside so often, but you guys started setting middle and opposite.
Yeah, and
really,
the outsides
really
get tired out. I think we need to get better at mixing our sets up and spreading them out, because the more we push the outside, the more the blockers are going to sit on them, and then it's just going to be harder for them.
Yeah, we also noticed as far as blocking is concerned, of course, your dynamic blocking, you and Sadie both up there, and Lena as well. But I noticed with their setter, and I was trying to explain to the audience, when the setter's bump set, it's easy for you guys to tell exactly where they're going to go. So I noticed you taking off a lot. So as you saw those hands drop, there's only one place you could go.
Yeah, usually when they're bump setting, they're going to go to the outside.
Yep,
so
that's the only place they can go. But you guys did a great job tonight.
Thank you.
And congratulations on the win, and good job with your first interview. See, it wasn't that hard, I promise.
Be more.
Oh,
many more.
Yay.
Many more.
Hopefully I'll get better next time.
All right, let's bring in Haley James, who got her night started even before the first serve happened, singing the national anthem, a multitasker. How long have you done that?
I only sang the national anthem last season and then this season, but I've been in choir since kindergarten, so.
So a little while now?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about, a pressure position that you play on the back row, having to pass. That's often a job a lot of people don't want to do, and you've never been shaken by that. But to be able to come out and sing and then go out and pass, we thought that was impressive. We talked about you a lot before the match started.
Thank you.
How have you seen this team transition from the first game you played this year through all those tournaments and now starting to get into regional play? How have you seen the transition so far?
We started playing together first at Philip Barber, our summer tournament, and we actually turned out really good. We went undefeated, and we beat our rivals Hedgesville in the championship game and won, which was a really big victory for us. And I think that really prepped us for the whole season to keep pushing, and that gave us the mentality that we know we can do good as long as we're all working together. I think here recently we've had a little bit of a downfall, but I think as long as we keep practicing hard and fixing our mistakes, we'll be able to pick it back up.
When you look at this game as a whole, obviously a lot tighter in the first two sets than you may have liked, but what does it show about this team and the resilience of how dominant you were in set number 3?
I feel like no matter how low we get in a set, we're going to try to figure out some way to come back. Our energy wasn't really where we liked it, so that had a big deal with what happened in the game, but I think we have pretty good resilience and we tend to come back.
Phil, you got anything else?
Absolutely. Now, a lot of it come down to fundamentals, like we're talking about with Danica, how they started mixing the sets up a little bit, and as well with you guys on the back row getting some of those digs. I was impressed, and I don't know if you guys had how much film you'd seen on them. I was impressed with their libero and their back row play.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I thought they showed themselves well, better than what I expected. Same as with the front row blocking-wise anyway. I thought they were quite impressive, more than what I expected. So you guys really fought back from that. The first two sets, I saw a lot of unforced errors, is what we're talking about with Danica, whether it be serving and it was kind of scattered. It wasn't really one person, but that kind of seemed to go away in the third set.
Yeah, that's definitely been our big problem lately, is our unforced errors.
Yeah,
trying to overcome those.
And I'm sure you'll hear about it. We got some of the stats right there, but in the first two sets, when you look at some of the 21 points, they scored 9 of them. We're just kind of given to them. That's something.
Yeah, definitely.
That you guys don't want to do, but you alleviated that in the third set. It was a great job for the night.
Well, Haley, appreciate the time. Congratulations on the win, and we'll talk as the season goes on.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Haley.
Haley James and Danica Faircloth, our post-game interviews today, both seniors with very good games and really a good effort, and we saw a lot of a good effort all the way around from this Musselman team. Yeah, those two will put me on the spot later at one point or another. I know those kids well, and Haley in particular played on my travel team some, so that girl is unshakable. She's unbreakable. She's unshakable. She can make a mistake, and she has the ability to put that behind her as quick as anyone I have ever seen and keep a positive attitude from the word go. And you kind of saw that in the third set tonight. The first two sets did not, even though they won, they did not go the way that they wanted. That wasn't typical Musselman volleyball, but they kind of grinded their way through it, started mixing their sets up in the third set and looked more like Musselman. But I give a lot of credit to Jefferson. Hey, they're a team to be reckoned with when we get into these sectionals and regionals. They're not going to just lay down and take a loss. They got a formidable front row. That libero to me was impressive. She was really impressive. Let's go ahead and take our last break of the post-game show and the game. We'll come back and tell you the stats from set number 3 and set up our next broadcast. This will be a week from tonight. That coming up next in the post-game show. Again, Musselman taking it in 3 sets, 3 straight sets, 25-23, 25-21, and 25-16 over Jefferson. We'll be back to wrap up the post-game show next.
If you're a hard-working man or woman, you want to get the best selection and value that you possibly can.
Hardworking folks know Appalachian Heating and Air Conditioning is the best way to get the service you need if you have a heating or cooling problem. They'll beat any written price. Offer 24-hour service with free estimates and affordable financing. 24 hours a day, call Appalachian Heating and Air Conditioning, where quality meets comfort, at 304-260-5644.
The EPAN Travel Volleyball Club would like to wish the local high school volleyball teams good luck with their 2019 season. We look forward to seeing all players ages 12U through 17U at our 2020 tryouts in November. The EPAN Volleyball Club has been West Virginia's leader in travel volleyball since 2001. The EPAN Volleyball Club is affiliated with the Chesapeake Region Volleyball Association and AAU USA Volleyball. Tryouts are usually held at Musselman High School. To register, email epan2@gmail.com or go to www.epanvbc.com.
Do we have Jefferson again?
Welcome back into the post-game show. Since you heard the question, I'll give you the answer. We will be at Jefferson on the 10th of October. So in just a few weeks, we will have that game for you. So you'll see a rematch here, and looking forward to that one. Before we talk about what's next and what's coming up next in the near future, including our broadcast and for both of these teams, let's take a look at some of the final stats from the third set in this one and send it over to Phil for that.
All right, so I took a picture of them, so they had to get out, but looking at the third set stats, also have game stats as well. One thing that you'll make note of is the errors that Musselman made in the third set in opposition to the first two sets. They only gave away, and when I say gave away, I mean serve errors, shank passes, and so forth, and hitting errors, 6 opposed to 9. That doesn't sound like a lot, but you throw those 3 points on here, 3 points on there, and then forcing errors on the side of Jefferson, which was something they didn't do as well as they're accustomed to in the first two sets. So they did get into more Musselman volleyball with fewer unforced errors in the third set.
Yeah, definitely, and you could tell that by the final score in that third set, just playing a lot more Musselman volleyball. And you said you had total match stats.
Yeah, so looking at the total match stats, and this is, and it kind of shakes out to where their serving percentage was 86.1. That's not terrible. So, the third set kind of saved them a little bit. Had 31 kills, led by Hannah Howard, Faith Ketterman, and Sadie. All had 8, 7, and 7 respectively. And then Danica, as we spoke about that turning point when Danica really got on fire, she had 6 total. So that front row, and that was their 4 leading kills. And back row, we didn't talk a lot about Madigan Faircloth on the evening, but she passed fairly well. Looking at the stats bears that out. You often don't talk about the liberos as much as we did Jefferson's because it doesn't appear that they do anything fantastic. It doesn't look spectacular because they're in the position where they're supposed to be. So it's a simple move, it's a decent pass, and nobody notices that sort of thing. They only notice the kills. But Danica and Jefferson's libero as well, I thought they both represented well.
Their final stats of this match, again, it was Musselman getting the win in 3 straight sets, 3-0. Coming up next, our next broadcast will be Musselman's next game. We'll be right back here, the Martinsburg Bulldogs coming to Klein Court, which should be a very good volleyball match. Our doubleheader will start at about 5:50 to 5:55 with the pregame of the JV, and then about 20 minutes after that JV game is over, we will start our varsity coverage, pregame starting probably about 15 to 12 minutes after that JV game ends. Coming up next for the Jefferson Cougars, they will be in 2 days, to make that Thursday, they will be at Spring Mills in another EPAC matchup. So looking forward to both of those games, and for scores and reaction from all those, make sure you tune into Miller Time weeknights from 5 to 6. We'll have a reaction from all the sports around the Eastern Panhandle at the high school level. Well, before we say our final goodbyes for the day, I want to take a chance to thank our sponsors who, without them, we could not put on this broadcast. The Mirius Group, somebody that Phil is familiar with, Eastern Panhandle Volleyball Club, again, an organization you're familiar with.
Are, yes.
D&D Meats, Anthony's Pizza, State Farm Insurance, Dave Pipe and Brink Insurance, Panhandle Dumpsters, Bechtel Jewelers, My Bank First United, Appalachian Heating and Air Conditioning, WVU Medicine, Hagerstown Ford, and Parsons Ford. A big thanks to all the folks here, Coach Martz, Athletic Director Steve Campbell here at Musselman High for all their help and hospitality. A big thanks to John Alderton running the TV10 camera. Our on-site producer is Eric Sterick. Back at the studio is Caleb Falero. For Phil McCoy, I am Matt Crawford, reminding you tonight at the varsity final, they took 3 sets from Jefferson, 3-0, 3 straight sets. The finals in all those sets, 25-23, 25-21, and 25-15. Until next Tuesday, we'll see you then.
You've been watching play-by-play video coverage of West Virginia high school volleyball featuring the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference and the Musselman Applemen. Today's game has been brought to you by
The Marius Group. Start planning for a brilliant future. The Eastern Panhandle Volleyball Club, West Virginia's leader in travel volleyball since 2001. D&D Meats at 8488 Winchester Avenue, Inwood. Anthony's Pizza. Nobody does it better. Dave Pippenbrink State Farm Insurance. Call 304-229-0029 today. Panhandle Dumpsters, because you have a choice. PanhandleDumpsters.com. Bechtel Jewelers, West Virginia's largest Pandora retailer. My Bank First United, Bank Local, and by Appalachian Heating and Air Conditioning, where quality meets comfort.
TV 10 thanks you for watching today's presentation of Musselman Appleman Volleyball. All rights reserved.